Oh my gosh. What object, according to Bree, is like holding a beautiful white dove? Look at the answer. Bree is ridiculous. Wait, what is that? If we lost this game, you know, I would have to just play the whole thing to get back to where we left off because there's no way. Yeah, Bree, what the heck? Weirdo. All right, start. Okay. I think this is exactly where we left off. That even sounds like The Sims. The do. So here's Deja Devora Bichigay ready to slay another day. Or is she? A new breed. Some strange new breed of bug is invading your front lawn. Check up on your garden and take the necessary steps to eliminate the problem. Well, this is an absolute emergency. We need... Oh!
Hey, this is Vincent.
Uh-oh. So, we've been warned about Vincent. Wait, who is Vincent to us again? Yeah, this is our other ex. So the trench coat guy is our ex and Vincent is our ex, but we don't remember because we have amnesia. So trench coat guy is who we were originally dating, potentially even in high school, I think. And then we left him for Vincent. And he was like, I always said Vincent is no good. And Vincent is the head of the mob. Yes. Yes. So, what do you want? Hello, Vinny. What can I do for you? Good morning, Vincent. I'm just going to be neutral and say, good morning, Vincent. Blessed be the fruit of Sia Gigi. Hey, Tristan. Childhood sweetheart with trench coat man. What do you think Deja Devora would think of Big Island Mike? I think she would love the fact that he's an entrepreneur. Hey, Somely Burning. Good morning, Vincent.
I was just calling to check in on you.
Well, actually, there are some things that popped up. I'm trying to deal with them right now. Other than cleaning up after my son's messes, everything's fine. To be honest, things couldn't be worse. This entire morning has been a train wreck. I don't want to... I'm just going to say some things popped up.
Really? Do you need some help with anything?
Thanks for the offer, Vincent, but I'll be fine. No thanks, Vinny. I can handle this on my own. You know, if I thought you could help, I'd ask you, but this is something I have to take care of myself. No, I'm just going to be like cold to Vincent. Hey, Tea and Biscuits, good to see you. Yeah, no, Vincent is a little shady. But I have been flirting it up with him until I was just warned by Trenchcoat Man. But Trenchcoat Man could be a little biased because his name is Eric, because he's also my ex, and this guy stole him from me, or stole me from him. Yeah, that. So.
And how are things between you and your husband?
Oh, things are all right, I guess. They're fine. Thanks for asking. You know, same as always, a few bumps here and there, but we're okay. They're fine. Thanks for asking.
I hate to ask, but I heard some stories about some greedy secretary that was trying to blackmail him or something.
We've gotten past that. Oh,
Did you ever
I
find
didn't
out what
mean to
was
do
in his
that.
safe?
Oh my gosh, how does he know this? Listen, I'm not feeling comfortable with this line of questions, Vincent. You want to tell me what's going on? It was nothing. Jackie was trying to use that safe to trick me. I'm going to say, what's going on, Vincent?
I happen to know there is some very important information in that safe. Things you need to see.
Exactly what kind of information are you talking about? What are you doing now? Checking up on my husband? Have you been checking up on me as well? Exactly what information are you talking
Listen,
about?
we shouldn't talk about this over the phone. I'm sending a package over to your house later.
No!
Make sure your husband's not around when you open it.
Dun dun dun!
I have to go now, but rest assured I have your best interests at heart. I gotta go.
Who is the real bad guy here? Oh my gosh. Well, now I'm distracted from tending my garden. Ew. No, thank you. Oh. The current bug spray has no effect. We have to ask the neighbors. Uh-oh, you know what that means. Mrs. Davenport. Never thought I'd have to talk to her again. That's basically a direct quote that one of my previous sorority sisters said when they saw me. After a few months. Never thought I'd see you again. Oh, yeah, the feeling's mutual. That's so true, Mary. Not that wench. SpongeBob from last year's Christmas party. Lil Red, thanks for the donut. Welcome. Yeah, a murder to solve? I have to garden. I gotta work on my garden and talk to Mrs. Davenport.
The cycle of life continues. With graceful speed and temerity, the swooping...
I said I have to talk to Mrs. Davenport. Thank you. Let's talk about these bugs that are ruining our gardens.
Hello, can I
Even though
help you with something?
I also stomped upon yours in the beginning of the game. Hello, Miss Bitchagay. Can I help you with something? My garden's being destroyed. I need help. Let's just say, yes, I need some gardening help. Nashima. Hi, Noah.
Okay, tell me what's going on.
We named all of our characters in this game from the Barbie Name List. Welcome back, Gogos. So, bugs. Lots of big, nasty-looking bugs eating everything I've planted. And bug spray doesn't work. They're destroying my garden. I need something to take care of a bug infestation. The insecticide I'm using isn't doing anything. My garden's being overrun by some kind of bug. Okay, big whoop. They're all the same.
Oh, so some new pest is attacking your garden, eh?
She is not going to help me.
Well, why should I help you?
Exactly. Okay, I helped you out when your garden was in trouble. It's payback time. If you don't, maybe I'll bring one of those bugs and accidentally drop it in your garden. Out of the kindness of your heart.
That's a good one. I'll help you out just for making this old lady smile. Follow me. Let's pick your poison.
Thank you, Etta.
Well, you didn't give me much choice, did you?
No, I didn't. Yeah, thank God I didn't threaten her.
Here we are. Let me find you the right poison. Ooh, there are so many good ones to choose from.
Wow, you have quite the selection of rat poisons. Did you have an incident with a rat as a small child or something? You must be deathly afraid of rats.
What are you talking about?
You are aware you have cases and cases of rat poison in this room, right? Your entire room here is lined with boxes of rat poison. It looks like wallpaper. Either you know something about a coming invasion of alien rat species, or you have a serious issue with rodents.
Oh, that? Well, let's just say insects aren't the only pests I worry about.
Are you talking about me? Or you don't like any of these characters? They're not the nicest. So kind after we blackmailed her, we did. What's going on in this neighborhood? Are there rodent armies I should be aware of?
Poison is poison. Enough of it will kill whatever is bothering you.
I don't think I follow. Right, that's a little creepy.
Never mind. Here's the bug spray you wanted. Be sure to give it back to me when you're done.
No, she's been very suspicious. Mr. Davenport is no longer in the picture, and she said that he died, but we read that he just has a new wife. So I don't think she poisoned him yet. From the looks of this place, I'd hate to get on your bad side. Just so she knows. Okay, why do I have to go there? Oh, that's if I did that. It brought me right to that. I don't know if I need to work on that next, but let's just get rid of these bugs, shall we? done. Done and done. Probably this side too. What episode am I on? I want to say 9. Okay, just 2 of them. Let's just water all the plants, shall we? We shall. I know. Yeah, she was really against Mike's dog. That's suspicious as well. I know. Hold on, let me just water these. No, they're fine. Never mind. After taking care of the pests, you were able to pick one up and take a closer look at it. This bug doesn't look native to Wisteria Lane. Maybe Mrs. Davenport will know more about them. Again? How do I know what looks native to Wisteria Lane? Sneak in. Is this Mrs. Davenport's house? Why can't I knock? Or maybe she's outside. Yes, she is. Okay. Let's talk to her. I don't either,
Did you take care of
Gogos.
those bugs?
Thanks to your bug spray, yes.
Oh, that's good. So, what do you want now?
I brought back one of those bugs to see if you know anything about them.
Blech. Why are you bringing me a dead bug?
Listen, if I could dispose of Norman Jean by now, I would have. Just wanted to see your reaction to one of these. I thought you might know something about these species.
Well, let me get a closer look here. Well, you certainly are an ugly little thing, aren't you?
Who are you
I
talking
can't
to?
tell you much, but I can tell you I've never seen anything like this in my garden before. Although I do recall seeing a warning about them online. Right next to an advertisement to buy the very same bug.
Advertisement. You can buy these? Why would anybody buy a bug? You know how to use a computer? I'm saying that.
Well, just because I'm old doesn't mean I'm incompetent.
Where are her feet? She has dug her feet into the soil. A true gardener knows that you have to dig your feet into the soil in order to get those plants to grow properly. She's just doing what she's learned.
Where do you think I get most of my flowers from anyway?
I'm sorry, no offense. I'm just surprised. That's all.
Well, why would it be surprising for me to be able to use a computer?
Just drop it, Mrs. Davenport. Hi, Granny. Because you're, never mind. Can we get back on topic here? What did the warning say about the bugs?
Pretty much just keep out of garden. They're hungry little beasts that ruin anything you've planted. That's all that matters.
So they're kind of like how you are with your garden? A hungry little beast? What?
That's funny. I was about to say the same thing about you.
Whoa. Hello, welcome. What have you missed? Well, where did you last leave off? Right now, we just have like a new species of bug in our garden. Keep out of garden. Hi, bitcha.
You got anything else clever to say?
So you can buy these bugs. I still find the image of you using a computer amusing.
Well, just because I'm old doesn't mean I'm incompetent.
Okay, you
Where
said
do you
that.
think I get most of my
Oh my God,
flowers from
please.
anyway?
Please, right now. I figured you were just planting weeds from the look of your garden.
Well, aren't you a riot? Do you want to know about this bug or not? Pretty much just keep out of garden. They're
Okay.
hungry little beasts that ruin anything you've planted. That's all that matters. Well, maybe if you're a bug collector or you're trying to sabotage someone else's garden.
You wouldn't be that heartless, would you? You'd have to be really jealous for that.
Oh, don't be stupid. There would be a good chance that these things would spread to my garden. I wouldn't risk that.
Okay, our son being accused of putting up flyers. So we haven't done anything with that plot line yet. Only the fact that there's a new species of a bug.
No. The person who introduced these little fellas is clearly not a fan of botany. Or at least they don't have a garden of their own. You certainly have a way of making enemies.
Well, with people like you around, you'd think I wouldn't need any enemies. I try my best. There was something else I wanted to ask. I don't have Crumpet. Hold on. It'll happen any second. Any second now. We'll see the. Yeah! Crumpet Cookie, thanks so much for using your Prime sub. Thank you so much for that. And enjoy your emotes and ad-free viewing. And hey, Michael, welcome back. I try my best. Oh, something else. I still find the image. No. So you could buy these bugs?
I think the company was called Pestport. You know, come to think of it, I think I remember seeing the Pestport logo somewhere.
You do?
I was out here gardening as usual. It was sometime in the early afternoon. Oh, that's right. I saw the mailman with a package that had the logo on it.
You mean my lover, the mailman, is sabotaging my garden?
Maybe if you ask him about it, you can figure out who ordered those bugs.
True.
The sooner you can stop the person, the better. If the bugs start to multiply, there's a chance my garden will get infested.
Oh, we wouldn't want your garden to get infested by these bugs, now would we?
What was that?
Oh, nothing. She literally says, oh, nothing. I knew it. Praying for a Miss Davenport emoji. Why would you want a thing like that? Maybe. The mailman wants to ruin your hobby so you spend more time with him. Probably. I would not doubt that the mailman is jealous. Of course. Danielle is what? Flyers have been posted all over the neighborhood claiming Danielle is easy. Your son is being blamed for this, but he insists that he's innocent. You must find some way to prove his innocence and find out who the real culprit is. So, since Danielle was the victim of the flyers, you should find out what she has to say about all this. Maybe she'll have some insight. Galaxy, it's been incredible. Welcome. Let's talk to Bree's daughter, shall we? Is that you, Danielle? Perfect.
What are you doing here? What do you want?
Oh, how is Bree gonna allow this right now, too? We have been slapping people. That is surely fun. I don't know, Simrani. I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm not too sure. What do you want? Oh! Thank you! Wow, guys. Hype
Solemnly Burning
train.
gifted a tier 1 sub to Galaxy Nova Star 24.
Thank
They've
you,
given
Solemnly
49
Burning,
gift subs in the channel.
for gifting a sub to Galaxy. Thank you so much. Enjoy your gift sub. Yes, they did, Michael, and it is truly incredible. How are you holding up with this whole flyer issue? Just wanted to see how you were doing. I'm really sorry, Danielle.
Sorry isn't cutting it. What I need is someone to stop whoever's doing this.
Actually, I had a few questions for you about those flyers. First, we have to figure out who would want to spread rumors about you. Do you have any ideas?
Yeah, I have a strong suspicion. It was Julie Mayer.
And Julie is Susan's daughter. Yes, it is Good Movies. Welcome back. That doesn't sound like the Julie I know. I can't imagine why she would act like that. Can you?
Like I know what's going on in that little nerdy brain of hers. She's probably still pissed that your son stood her up for me.
Oh, no. Your mother is blaming my son. Why aren't you? You really think Julie did this? I want to say, why aren't you?
Look, your son may be a little weird, but it's not his style.
It looks like she's going to slap me across the face when she does that. Yep, hype train.
For one thing, he never got anywhere with me. My mom made sure of that. And for another thing, Julie has already been calling people at school, starting a rumor saying I'm easy.
Calling people at school. Did you hear? Come on, Danielle. What would it, wait, did I ever tell you guys the story? I mean, this is very different, but when I was younger, I called every girl in my class and I said, hey, tomorrow we're wearing khaki shorts and a white shirt. Wear that. And then a few people did it. Some people didn't, but most people did. I just wanted us all to match. Oh, yeah. Young Eel and Danielle killed Daniel was like a potential storyline because they were out late at night. Hello, welcome. Come on, Danielle. What would have happened between you two if your mom didn't stop you? We all know the truth. Why are you still upset with my son?
I'm getting a little weirded out here.
Oh. Indulge me. Would he have gotten to first base? Second base? Cute, pretty girl. Thank you for subscribing on YouTube. Thank you. Crumpet, yes. I did not do such a thing, Andy. He's an attractive young man, don't you think? Okay, we are not going there. I think he would have gotten pretty far with you, Danielle. Maybe there's some truth in the advertising after all. You're right. I don't want to know. Why are you still upset with my son?
He should be defending me. He hasn't said or done anything to tell people it wasn't me.
Heaven forbid he actually tried to defend himself. From your own mother, I might add. Well, maybe he's a little too busy trying to defend his own reputation from half the neighborhood. Well, maybe if the rumor wasn't so close to the truth. No, please, God, which one?
All I'm saying is that if he'd defend me, then everyone would know he was innocent.
Oh my God, why are we fighting with her? Hey, duo. How desperate is everybody today? 100%. Welcome. Perhaps if there weren't so much truth to the lie, you wouldn't need to defend anyone to defend you. You know what, Danielle? You're a selfish, naive little brat. This is getting me nowhere. Goodbye. I kept thinking that maybe there was like a correct way to go about the conversation, but it looks like not. Now that you have the flyer, it's time to do a little detective work. Take a closer look at the flyer to see if you could get any clues from it. Okay. I'm going to still stand in their doorway. Oh my God, let's look at it. And what did I see? Oh, after looking closely at the flyer, it appears the text was written with feminine handwriting. To prove your suspicions, get a writing sample from your son. Oh my God. Okay, young eel, I just need you to write something down from me. I really am Nancy Drew. Thanks again for the hype train, everybody. Juicy, I feel like it's not, but I honestly am not too sure. You'll have to check Google. I'm honestly not too sure. But hello, welcome. A mother's work is never done. Let's see. Young eel. I'm just going to need a little writing sample from you. You don't mind. It is kind of like The Sims, except with
Mom, I told you, I'm innocent.
an incredible, crazy, crazy plot. I was able to get a closer look at one of those flyers.
And now you believe I didn't write it?
Well, it's clearly a girl's handwriting, and unless you're turning feminine on me, you're innocent. You're freaking kidding me. Deja, are you kidding me? This is so unhinged. I never believed you were guilty, honey. Yes, I am convinced now. Hi. Hi, Flop. Yes, it does have a good cooking mini game. Everything is on Google. That's how I discovered. Yes, she does. What are her true intentions? Um, I never believed you were guilty. Yes, I'm convinced now. Thanks for the follow, Juicy. Praise Google. The handwriting on the flyer is much too neat to be your chicken scratchings. You must have inherited that from your father. You know doctors. I'm going to say that.
Thanks, Mom. Well, who do you think wrote it then?
I don't know, but we have to prove your innocence to everyone else, so I'm going to need something from you.
Sure, Mom. Anything.
I need a sample of your handwriting with the same message.
You want me to write Danielle is easy? Is this a trick?
Don't be stupid. I'm going to prove you're innocent. Yeah, this is not good. That's right. After all my hard work trying to clear your name, I'm going to manipulate you so I can make everyone think you're guilty. It's no trick. This way I can show how you didn't write those hideous things about Danielle.
All right. If you think it's best.
I feel like this is not going to go
Here you
well.
go.
Bye, Brandon. Wait, so then how do I do this? Where's your writing sample, son?
Mom, I told you, I'm innocent.
Not again.
Thanks for believing.
Of course. So,
I just like that she's so real.
he's talking with his
so
dad.
tell me this.
The handwriting on the flyer, doesn't he look okay? For example, since you don't want to accuse Julie outright, you'll have to talk with her, come up with some way to get her to write down. Oh, we're getting Julie to write it down too. Oh my God, how am I going to get her to write this down? Surprised I didn't name my character Candlin. But personally, I found this just from having the disc. Alrighty. Anyway, I'm surprised you didn't name your character Candlin. So, but we did name her Deja Devora, which is also on the Barbie name list. Also, one moment. Okay. Let's go to Julie. How are we going to get her to write down Danielle is easy?
Oh, it's you. What do you want?
Oh, nice to see you too, Julie. It is super easy to get invested in this game, and that's what I love about it. I'll be straight with you, Julie. I know for a fact my son didn't put up these flyers about Danielle. I also know the handwriting on it is a girl's. How could you be so sure, Deja Devora? You might want to lose the attitude, Julie. I'm your elder and deserve some respect. What's wrong? What's with the sudden hostility? I'm your elder, Julie.
I wouldn't have attitude, except for your son.
Granted, my son may not be an angel, but why take it out on me? I can't handle any more of this teen melodrama. Everything is so intense when you're in high school. What did young Eel do to you?
Well, because your son was putting those flyers around, Danielle is convinced I did it. And now she hates me. So now she's spreading that around school. Everyone thinks I'm some kind of psychotic skank. The worst thing is that even though I didn't do it, I've been ripping down the flyers whenever I see them. I still feel bad for Danielle, even if she's gone all psycho on me.
Funny you should say that since my son says the same thing. So you know exactly how my son feels then. What a coincidence. That's almost word for word what my son said.
Wait, he didn't do it?
Didn't you look at the flyer? It looks like a girl's handwriting, doesn't it? I raised him better than that. My son definitely would never do that. I'm just not sure who did.
What? Are you accusing me now?
Well, yes. So, do you still have it, Galaxy, or you had it a long time ago? Actually, I don't really know. I mean, you certainly had a motive. Also, did you finish it? The thought has crossed my mind.
Well, for your information, I'm innocent. And if you think I would actually be capable of something like that, then I'm done talking with you.
Would you mind putting that down in writing? Just write, I do not think Danielle is easy, and sign it. I'm sorry, Julie. I didn't mean to offend. There was actually something else I wanted to talk to you about. Let's see.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I'm not going to do that.
Okay, then. There was something else I wanted to talk to you about. I'm just trying to help you out, Julie. Prove your innocence by writing Danielle is easy so I can compare it to the flyer.
Listen, Miss Detective Housewife, I'm not in the mood for your little games. Are you done yet?
Oh my, that is so ridiculous of her to say. Okay, then. There was something else I wanted to talk to you about.
Oh, really? Is there another subject you'd like to harass me about?
I didn't say harass. I'm collecting statements from everyone about Danielle Fox. Daniel, sorry. I want to put together a book of how the residents of Wisteria Lane were affected by Daniel's life. Each person will write something in their own handwriting so the book will have a really personal touch.
I really didn't know Mr. Fox all that well. I wouldn't know what to write.
Don't worry, sweetie. I'll dictate. You just write it down with your cute little circles over the eyes and little hearts for periods. That's okay. I can help you figure out what to write. It's just important that everyone on Wisteria Lane has a page. The message itself doesn't mean so much. The act of writing something down is really what's important. Let's say this one.
That doesn't make sense. Shouldn't this be like a personal message or something?
Of course, sweetie, it could still be personal. I'll help you think of something if you get stumped. Of course, but sometimes it's hard to put your feelings into words. I can help you out with that. I think the fact that you're willing to write any message is personal enough of a gesture. Let's just be happy. What happens to Daniel? Did you miss it? He died. He got shot.
Sounds a little weird to me. But, okay. What should I write?
That's the spirit. I'd start with something like Daniel. Oh my God. Daniel led a fashion show that brought the neighborhood together. I'm getting her to write down Danielle is easy. Then say something like, the neighborhood is a darker place without him. Then you can conclude with something like, it will not be easy to go on without Daniel Fox.
Wow. I didn't realize you cared about Daniel so much. It's so sweet of you to do this in his memory. Here's my message to add to your book.
Thank you very much, Julie. You have no idea how much I appreciate your help. That is so ridiculous. Poor Daniel. I miss him every day. So I got the writing samples, inbox invasion. Allison has accused your son of sending her malicious emails. Is your son really a lecherous perv? You must investigate this and find some way of proving your son's innocence. Oh my God. And we have to ask Frank about this. Okay, let's ask Frank. Wow. I forgot about Allison accusing my son as well. He was the best character. And
Can I
now
help
we
you?
have his brother. Just wanted to see how you were doing. Yes, Frank, I really need your help with a computer issue. Meanwhile, Frank installed spyware on our computer and we're still trusting him, but
Sure, what do you want?
young Eel is being accused of sending some rude emails to Allison. Is there any way to find out where the emails are coming from? How can I prove he didn't send them? I need proof that he didn't do it.
Well, if you have access to Allison's account and could send me the emails, I could trace its original IP address back for you.
How do I get access to her account?
Or if you had access to your son's account, you could check his bandwidth for local activity.
Trace IP address bandwidth? Are you speaking English? Not again, girl. English, please? When talking to hackers. I don't know how to get access to either of their accounts. What else can I do? Let's just say I had trouble doing all that. Is there something else I could do?
Are you sure your son didn't do it?
Pretty sure. Of course. Pretty sure.
Well, if he's innocent, then someone would have to have had access to his account. No one around here has the technical expertise to hack into his account.
Except for you.
So whoever sent the emails must know your son's password. Talk to him and find out if he's given his password to any friends.
Hack the mainframe only. I really appreciate your help, Frank. If there's ever anything I could do for you, just ask. Wouldn't you have the technical expertise required to hack into his account? I'm not going to start accusing him, am I?
Okay, goodbye.
Let's ask young Eel. Do you give out your passwords, young Eel? Dun dun dun. Just let me know if there's anything you need, Frank. We've been there, done that. Literally.
Mom, I told you, I'm innocent.
Enough. I talked to Frank Fox about those emails Allison has been getting. Someone has to know your password to do that kind of thing. Did you give anyone your password?
Well, Tabitha made me tell her my password while we were, dating.
No, she didn't. But why would Miss Savage be sending emails to Allison? Of course she would. Are you serious, Deja Devora? She hates her. She's jealous. Of course it's Tabitha. My favorite housewife from not knowing the show and just based on the game is Lynette.
You think she did this?
I think so, but the real question is why. I wouldn't put anything past that conniving little.
Yeah, she's a little scary, isn't she?
I'll try to put the pathetic little bit of information you gave me to use. I'm not going to be a monster. Thanks, honey. What the? Buried treasure. You notice something shining.
Okay, so tell me this.
Shiny in Miss Davenport's garden.
I heard you the first
Investigate. Okay, for some reason we're back to the garden. These little snippets of dialogue. I heard you the first time. Okay, young Eel. I really don't think now's the time to be having an attitude. You've done quite enough. Young Eel has been involved in so much drama and with so many girls, it's crazy. Ooh. Let's just admire this. A dog tag? What? On the other side of the flyer is a notice about a missing dog. It appears that whoever posted these reused an existing flyer. Talk to the dog owner in the neighborhood, Mike Delfino, and see what he has to say about this. Did she kill? No. No. No, Blue, I'm like, is this actually something that happens right now? Mike, hurry. We love Mike.
Hey, can I help you with something?
It's locked.
Happy Bear, welcome. Thanks for following. I should go slap her. I will go slap her if something happens. But welcome, Happy Bear. to the drama. Did you realize how these lost dog posters were vandalized? Yes, Mike. I just found out these lost dog posters were being misused and wanted to know what you thought. I was hoping you might know who put the vandalized posters around the neighborhood.
I'd definitely like to find out who did this to the posters. It's criminal. Honestly, I don't really care about whatever's going on with the Vandy camps. But for someone to do this kind of vicious thing and destroy flyers put up by some poor soul looking for their lost dog, it just makes me mad. It makes me lose faith in people.
Well, as much as I'd like to, I can't avoid it. There's a rumor around that my son put up the flyers. Yeah, it's really tragic. Do you have any idea who would do this? Well, I could tell you one thing. They're not only cruel, but they're cheap bastards. I mean, blank paper isn't exactly expensive. Let me just say the middle one. Oh, thank you, Happy Bear. You think it was Mike?
Sure, I have my suspicions, but I can't really imagine that they'd do this.
Come on, Mike. Tell me who you think it is.
Well, I hate to say it, but do you think it could be Mrs. Davenport? I've overheard her making some obnoxious comments about Danielle's social life.
Interesting.
And now that I think about it, vandalizing missing animal flyers sounds right up her alley.
What do you mean?
The woman's nuts. Every time I walk past her house, she gives Bongo the evil eye. And not just Bongo. Cats, dogs, rabbits, even squirrels. She freaks out at the sight of them. If anything seems like a threat to her precious garden, she takes it personally. Come to think of it, I haven't seen too many of those animals around recently.
Oh my God. What do you mean?
Probably nothing. You know what they say about animals and their instincts. They're probably smart enough to stay away from her. I mean, come on. She's just a cranky old lady. She wouldn't hurt a fly.
She could always nag them to death. Okay, chill, Deja Devora. Sure, I guess. I mean, chipmunks are kind of smart. I don't blame those owners. One look at Etta's evil eye and I'd be hiding too. Thank you. You've been very helpful, Mike. I need all the ammunition I can get to vindicate my son. Have a
See
good
ya.
day. But before I go, Mike,
Hey, what's going on?
I want you to see something.
Is it a clog?
You could call it that.
What exactly needs my attention?
I need you to look at my plumbing.
All right. I'll take a look first thing in the morning.
My plumbing. Get it?
I see. So are you suggesting what I think you're suggesting?
Enough beating around the bush.
Follow me to the bedroom. That's where I keep my tools for this kind of job.
And I'm sure that's where you do your best work. Our true love, Mike. Forget Norman Jean. Me and Mike and the plumbing. All right, bye. Oh my God,
Once
not
again,
Pet
you've
Cemetery.
rocked my world. That was great.
Oh my God. This. I'm not going to say that. Mediocre. Just going to be
There's
embarrassed.
plenty more
again.
where that came from. Call me anytime or just drop on by. I
You'll be
take
hearing from me
instructions
again.
well. If you know.
I wish he didn't say the same thing each time. Not Pet Cemetery. First the rat poison, then the dog tag found in her garden. Posture check. Add that to Mike's information on how Mrs. Davenport reacts to pets, and you've got one suspicious gardener. Go talk to Mrs. Davenport about all this to see if she has any answers. I think she's right across the street. Let's go. Oh, true, Grumpet. That was her bedroom. Really? All the time? Oh, a daily occurrence. All right, Mrs. Davenport. I would like to check out your basement.
What now?
Mike said he saw you tearing down some posters earlier. The same ones that have Danielle is easy written on the back.
So, What does that have to do with me?
Everything? Oh, nothing really. What do you have against Danielle?
Ugh, are you even listening to me? I have nothing against Bree's daughter. I ripped down the posters because they're an eyesore.
It's hard to imagine you walking around the neighborhood in the middle of the night, posting flyers all over town. I guess that makes sense.
I've had just about enough of you. Was there anything else you wanted to discuss?
There's a lot of strange things happening. Not, I need your help with my plumbing, Mrs. Davenport.
What are you talking about?
I wonder if I could seduce her. Mike Delfino said, you seem to get crazy whenever animals are anywhere near your garden. Oh, I found this dog tag.
What are you doing digging around in my garden? Have you no shame?
I'm putting together pieces of this puzzle, like that little room of death you have upstairs in your house.
I've already explained that I need that poison to get rid of some of the bigger problems.
And from the way Mike says you've been eyeing Bongo, I bet you think he's a very big problem indeed.
I don't like your tone. Just, what are you getting at?
I don't know. Your dog got killed by large rats and you buried him in your front yard and then honored him with a beautiful garden. No. You kill animals using rat poison and then bury them under your garden. It's all just a series of ridiculous coincidences that don't mean anything whatsoever. I mean, I think this one. You kill animals using rat poison and then bury them under your garden.
Well, I could protest, but why bother? You got me. Those pesky animals make a wonderful fertilizer, by the way.
How could you? That's beyond awful.
What now? You found out my big, dark secret.
I have chills right now.
What are you going to do about it?
Are you serious, girl? Are you serious? I'm going to turn you into the police. You have to pay for your crimes. What are you going to do to stop me from reporting this? Wait, what happened? I just got here. I accused her of killing animals and burying them under her garden, and she just admitted to it.
You want some hush money? I'm having enough trouble paying my
mortgage. Oh my God, she's so serious.
Rod didn't leave me with much after all. So I suppose my fate is entirely in your hands.
Tell me why you did it, then I'll figure out what I'm going to do with you. I'm going to turn you into the police. We are going to arrest this woman. I am giving her no mercy.
Oh no, please don't. At my age, I wouldn't survive jail for any length of time. Besides that, I feel terrible about what I did to those poor animals. I hardly sleep at night.
I'm not sure I believe you. That's the first time you've been anything but arrogant. So why did you do it?
It was all my husband's fault.
How did your husband force you to slaughter animals?
Well, he didn't literally force me to do it, but it's complicated, so let me explain. Rod was the love of my life. Unfortunately, I wasn't the love of his. He had this dog, Sparky, and he spent all of his time with him.
Don't tell me that she's jealous of a dog right now. It's wonderful that he had a pet that he cared so much about. What do you have against dogs?
To be honest, it was embarrassing how he fawned over that mutt.
I gotta tell you right now, this whole conversation that we're having is making me worried about Cleo for no reason, irrationally. So let me just check on her 1 second. I'm afraid Miss Davenport's gonna get to her. I know, right? Like, this is making me immediately want to check on my pet. Best viewers, best viewers. Ha ha ha, best viewers. Yeah, you're so funny. You're so cool. Go away. You think you're so funny and cool.
Well, since Rod never gave me any attention, I had no choice but to take up a hobby. So I took up gardening. Ugh, but that little bastard Sparky. He would always dig up whatever I had just planted. Strawberries, carrots, lilies, it didn't matter.
Tell me, Mrs. Davenport, how does your husband having a dog he loved turn you into a vicious killer?
Well, instead of punishing his little mutt for his little forays into my garden, Rod would encourage it.
This sounds like Cell Block Tango right now.
So one day, I decided to teach that mutt a lesson. I put a little rat poison near the rose garden. I didn't think it'd be enough to kill him.
No, literally, it's...
I was just trying to get him sick, so he wouldn't go near it anymore.
I'm sensing it did more than make you sick. This is freaking ridiculous. Like, I just can't believe the lengths at which this game goes for drama is crazy.
Of course, Rod didn't know I had accidentally killed Sparky. I wasn't sure what to do with the body, so I buried it in my garden.
No,
Once Rod noticed Sparky was gone, I planted the seed, so to speak, that the dog had run off. Rod was depressed for weeks. I think he thought I might have done something because he was very standoffish.
Maybe this is why your freaking husband left. Because you're a monster. Jail. ASAP. She killed Sparky.
Shortly after that, Rod left me for that other woman.
Good.
From that point on, my garden is all I have left.
I don't feel bad for you in the slightest.
Only the next time an animal tried to ruin my garden, I was ready.
It never occurred to you that you were being psychotic and you just kept on killing any animal that came near your front yard?
Look, I know I wasn't being rational, but my garden was all I had left. And it was so easy to get rid of them. Another lost pet. Big deal. No one takes any notice. Then I decided to move on to preemptive strikes.
She is telling me everything. Wow.
If an animal looked at my garden funny, he was a goner. And they made such great fertilizer, too. Oh, my garden has never looked better.
Like, it's a wonder that Mike's dog is still alive. You poor, pathetic woman. Do you know how many hearts you've broken by depriving people of their pets? There's more to life than just gardening, Mrs. Davenport. Let's call her pathetic. Let's tell her how she is.
Oh, I know it's wrong, but I'm so good at it now. Besides, you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
That's BS. You're never too old to change. You just you just have to want to. It's in your best interest to try, Etta. It's only a matter of time before the ASPCA catches you. You're far too old and set in your ways to change.
You know what? I'm going to change just to prove you wrong. If you could find it in your heart to keep the secret between the two of us, I would be forever in your debt.
Why are all of the options that I have to keep her secret? It's either if you throw away all your poison, I might. Of course, Etta, your secret's safe with me. Well, all right, but if I even hear about one more missing dog, I'm going straight to the police. You're kidding me. What do I even do? I feel like the best one is to say, if you throw away all your poison, because maybe she won't do it. But this is ridiculous.
Oh, thank you.
It's just a case of your Quinty's malt beverage.
Yes, indeed.
You know what? Why can't I slap her right now?
See how the frosty
I can't even
bars
slap
glisten in
her?
the torchlight. It looks so cold and smooth.
What is it now?
We have that back home.
You are a rude old bag.
Maybe you should be on your way.
And more Stephen's
Whatever.
here.
Why
Open
is
one up
the
for
game
yourself.
protecting
Thank you.
Mrs. Davenport right now?
You do realize we have this in virtually every market back in the city?
She should
We
be
didn't need to come
given
all the way
the
down
rat
here to have
poison.
a cold
Can I tell anybody about this? I have to also go to the mailman now, and it's too late for that. This is so ridiculous. Can I just call the police? Oh, now I'm calling Eric. Well, maybe Eric could help. I honestly, since the game doesn't tell us that we can, I feel like nobody can help. And God knows Norman Jean wouldn't help. So I am going to bed. I'm just going to make it bedtime. Because I have to talk to the mailman now. I know. Why can't we even slap her? That's crazy too. How are her needs? Let's shower. Shower, primp. Wow, that did nothing. Primp again. Oh, do you know what happens? Hi again. Let's go to sleep. Okay, and the mailman makes his rounds. Let's actually cook a little bit. I should have done that for dinner. Welcome back. Well, I just hope that she gets arrested. That would be great. What would special be? Just chicken noodle soup. Am I making French toast again? Let's make banana meatloaf. I wanted to make French toast, but since I never made banana meatloaf, you know. Preheat oven to 350. How? Where's, oh. Is this the oven? 350. Add butter to a bowl. Add ground beef. What? And breadcrumbs? Oh God, I didn't know that. I thought it was just kind of like banana bread. Add banana to bowl. Salt. This can't be a thing. Black pepper, paprika. Sounds so gross. Where's Nishimina? Nishimina's not here, but... Wait, how do we know? But Deja Devora's here. And Deja Devora is also from the Barbie Name List. That's who our character is. And our husband is Norman Jean, and our son is Young Eel. Banana meatloaf. Feed it to Norman. Oh, Norman. I'm going to put some rat poison in your banana meatloaf. What is this? Just a magazine, I guess. Still not time for the mailman. Yeah, it's pretty gross. Indeed. Why are we trying to kill our husband? Because he was having an affair. If I told him secrets, then I'd be telling him about the mailman. Is he going to ask me about
Hey,
poker?
Hun, how was your poker game? It's not whether you win or lose, it's how you play the game. How much money did you lose? I'm just glad that you had a nice time.
No, you're not.
Ouch!
No, you're not.
What did I do to deserve that?
You did something.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't do that again.
Goodbye. Was he really having an affair? We still don't know. We still don't really know for sure, but can we tell him about Miss Davenport? I don't know. I think it just like doesn't tell us what secrets we've told, but he would tell us some kind of secrets. So I guess we could do that. But it's almost time for the mailman. And I have to be ready right at my mailbox. Right? Right there. Where is he? Where's the mailman? Yeah, it was never truly said. That's why we don't really know. Hey, Roadwork. But I feel like he was. Maybe I just gotta walk along the road. Who's Ashley? Who's Ashley and where is she? That's weird. Maybe she's gone at that point. Who lives here? Lynette. Any mailman? Still no. We just have to catch the mailman for this. Oh. The mailman. He was at Edie's house.
Good day, ma'am. What can I do for you?
Just wanted to thank you for the wonderful job you do around here. I need to know who got a certain package.
Well, ma'am, that's confidential information. I really have to keep working. Good day, ma'am.
Really? After all we've been through. Cody, by the way, thank you for the roses. Thank you. Hayes Educator. Oh, certain dialogue helps with each episode. Okay. Hey, Sea Fairy. Yeah, come on, don't you remember? Listen, I'll cut to the chase. Perhaps I can make it worth your while if you know what I mean.
Okay. Maybe I can help you out, but I'm gonna need an incentive.
Well, oh, here we go. There's another package we could discuss in some detail. Why don't you step into my house?
Wow, it has been a long day. Might be nice to unwind a little.
That's what I thought. Nothing we haven't done before, mailman. Let's go. I love how this was actually part of the the quest. This is one way to make it happen. Come on, mailman.
That was the most complete inspection of a package I've ever experienced. And one good turn deserves another. Here's a copy of the order form that came with the package you were asking about.
Perfect. Scandalous. And thanks again, Cody, for all these gifts.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I really have to get back to work.
I'm sure you do.
But know that you've performed a public service, or at least performed an act on a public servant.
Oh my God. Well, if you ever have any difficulty with delivering a package in the area, feel free to ring my bell. Always a pleasure. Wait, what am I? Now I know you're part of the federal government. I give, and this is the thanks I get. No. Always a pleasure to help out a federal employee. Have a good day. Let's say the first one. Thanks, Cody. Wait. Oh no, a parent goes, wait, this isn't school B. Not that. Oh no. What did he just say? Thank you, Sydney. Welcome. The mailman is an icon. And we got the information we need. Oh, let me save also. It's been a while. Let's save on Sexy Confident. Oh, we're on episode 10? Wow. Time is flying. If the shoe fits. Hi, Hira. I know. Our husband and child never realize. Thanks, Cody. Oh my gosh, thanks, Princess. I'm always on your For You page, and my streams are always so cute. Thanks for saying that. And thanks for following. I hope you enjoy the chaos of Desperate Housewives. Okay, speaking of school and tutors, now you know that Tabitha Savage has been behind all 3 attacks on you and your son. Confront her and see what she has to say about it. Be sure to divulge all the facts you have discovered so she knows that she's trapped. All right, Tabitha.
Yeah? What do you want?
I know what you did to my son.
What are you talking about?
You tried to destroy my garden with those vicious little pests. Oh, well, she's done all 3? You've been sending emails using my son's account.
You can't be serious. Besides, there's no way to prove I sent Allison those emails.
Aha! I didn't say Allison received any emails. I got you now.
Okay, maybe I did send a few emails to her. What does that prove?
Everything. Is that a thing where somebody can be, is that like a term on TikTok? A veteran of the streams? Not much, but when you pair it with some other juicy details I've discovered.
Yeah, sure. You're a regular detective, aren't you?
I am,
A little
actually.
old to be sneaking around the neighborhood poking into people's mailboxes, aren't you?
Why does everybody think that playing detective is a kid's game? You tried to destroy my garden with those nasty little bugs. You really shouldn't make fun of detective work. It helped me prove that you were responsible for making those flyers about Danielle.
That's ridiculous. Why would I do that? I have nothing against the poor girl.
Maybe not, but you knew that Bree Vandekamp would blame my son, so you did the whole thing just to frame him.
That's an interesting theory. But how do you prove that I wrote the message? It's not like there was a signature on it or anything.
Oh, yes, so you just mean in general? Yes. Is the game as dramatic as the show? Potentially even more, it seems. Well, I was doing a little investigating on a certain pest that infested my garden. I discovered an order form for the very same bugs filled out by a certain Mrs. Savage. Miss
So?
Savage. Not only does the order form prove you were behind the attack on my garden, but the handwriting also matches the writing on the flyers. It's game over, Tabitha.
So, what exactly are you going to do about it?
Well, all I can say is it's a good thing you're a fall color because you're going to be wearing an orange jumpsuit for a long, long time. I think it's time for you to pay for your crimes. That all depends. What can you do for me? Should I blackmail her or should I say the thing about fashion? I'm going to go get a Diet Coke. You let me know what I should do. I know the orange jumpsuit line is like too good. I feel like straight to jail. Straight to jail.
I don't need to do anything. There's no way you can get me in trouble. My father is a close friend of the sheriff, as well as a longtime member of the city council. I'm untouchable in this town, honey.
Well, your daddy may know a few people, but I have even higher connections.
You're just trying to scare me.
No, I'm just speaking the truth. I happen to be very good friends with someone at the FIB, the FIB.
I don't believe you.
You'll believe me when you're being strip searched by some prison guard, or maybe you like that kind of thing. You know, it really doesn't matter if you believe me or not, you're still going to jail. It doesn't matter. I hear spending a few years in a 6x9 prison cell gives you plenty of time to think about things. I'm saying the first.
Wait a second. Let's talk about this. Maybe we can make a deal.
You had your chance, sweetie. I need to make a call. Okay, it sounds like, again, she's giving me the opportunity to make a deal. But I want justice to be served. If I can't get Miss Davenport arrested, I need to get Tabitha arrested. Thank you again, Cody. The fib. You had your chance. That's what my instinct is.
Wait, please, show some mercy.
Again? Listen, honey, I hate to be cliche, but you shouldn't do the crime if you can't do the time. After what you did to my son and to me, not likely. Give me one good reason I should show you any mercy. No, I'm going to keep being angry. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a call to make. Okay. Oh, here are the options. Resolve the issue. It's time to take care of your son. Let him know his name is cleared, and once again, his mother has come to the rescue. If you want to press charges on the guilty party, make sure to talk to Eric Larson first. Or the guilty person has confessed to their crimes and you have enough evidence to put them away for quite some time. Just calling the cops won't be good enough because then the legal process will take too long and your family could still be in trouble. See if you could speed up the process by calling Eric Larson. I'm calling my ex-boyfriend, Eric Larson. Evelyn, welcome. It's so good. No mercy.
Yes, Mary?
No, this is Deja Devora. Don't call me that, Eric. It's Deja Devora.
Oh, sorry. What's going on?
I'll cut to the chase. My son's a moron. She's always cutting to the chase. This is embarrassing. My son has gotten into a situation. I'm just going to say the last one.
What situation is that?
My son is being framed for posting some nasty flyers about a neighborhood girl. He's also being accused of sending out lewd and threatening emails to another girl. And I feel a little silly even mentioning this, but someone let a whole bunch of nasty foreign-looking bugs loose on my garden.
Could you describe these insects?
I don't know. They're just big and purple and basically destroyed my garden. What does it matter? Well, they're big, nasty, and purple with 6 antennae. Bug spray doesn't even slow them down. What does that matter? Well, I'm not an entomologist, Eric. All I could say is they're big, purple, nasty little things that almost ruined my garden. Oh my God. I don't know.
Well, that kind of bug doesn't sound native to North America.
I thought the
You don't
same.
happen to know where they came from, do you?
Actually, I do. Tabitha ordered them online from Pestport. Is he going to know just who Tabitha is?
If those insects aren't indigenous to this country, bringing them in is illegal.
So what kind of sentence would she get? What's illegal now? Wait, what about all the vicious stuff she did to my son?
As someone who knows the court system pretty well, I'd say you'd have a hard time proving anything. Even if you did, she'd get a slap on the wrist. With a smuggling conviction, she'd go away for a long time.
Okay. I have a copy of her order form in my pocket if that helps. So what's the punishment for this sort of crime?
At least 6 to 8 years.
Wow, just for buying some disgusting looking bugs?
These aren't just any bugs. They're a threat to our nation's crops. If they make it to farmland, the devastation would be unimaginable.
Perfect. 6 to 8 years. She's in the fib database. Oh, right. I guess so. Did we see that?
They're a big enough threat that Customs has them on a watch list. So they must have been smuggled in.
Not me taking it back. So you can help me put her in jail?
Just say the word and I'll get some men on it.
Do it. I want her to pay for her crimes.
Are you sure? There's no turning back once the Bureau's involved.
I'm sure. Are you kidding? Yay. Okay, I did that. Okay, I guess I'm gonna tell my son now. Oh, son. Your ex-lover is going to jail. Let me give you a hug first. Hello, young eel. Oh,
So,
okay, or not.
have you figured out who's behind it yet?
Oh, okay. I'm like, maybe that's one of the things we looked up on the computer. I did. It was Miss Savage.
I wish I was surprised, but after what she pulled before, I'm not. So what are we gonna do about her?
I've called a friend. Oh, thanks for hydration. Probably Sea Fairy. Exactly. But Eric Larson seems to think that it would be hard to prove anything. But she was literally dating a teenager. Thanks for hydration, High Flop. Do you mind if I hydrate with some Diet Coke? It's so hydrating. I've called a friend and she'll be out of our hair for, let's say, 6 to 8 years.
Prison? Wow. Isn't that a little harsh?
That's what you get for messing with my family. She broke a federal law, young eel. That's a mandatory sentence. Don't worry, she'll probably get some time off for good behavior. That's what you get for messing with my family.
Well, okay. Thanks, Mom.
It gets better. Thank you, Cody. It gets better. That is great to hear, Galaxy. Thank you. And thanks for being here. Don't thank me yet. I want you to realize that you are partially responsible for this whole mess. Of course, dear. What's a mother for if not looking out for her family?
So, everything's cool now? No one's mad at me?
I wouldn't say that. You're going to have to start making amends on your own.
Okay, Mom. I'm just glad this whole thing is over.
Me too. Who's
The
that?
package should be on its way.
Oh my god, the package. I forgot. What if I don't want to open it? What package? What if my husband comes home before the package arrives? He's literally standing right in the kitchen.
Don't you worry about that. Your husband has been dealt with.
What are you talking about? What did you do to my husband? You killed my husband!
Don't be ridiculous. I've just made sure he's otherwise disposed until the package is delivered.
Wow, whatever you're sending me must be very important.
It really is. Make sure you open it as soon as it arrives.
I feel like it's gonna be something dangerous. Wait, he's literally right here. What are you talking about? Norman Jean is home. Norman Jean's not gone. This is crazy. Thanks, Cody. Yeah, he's currently suffering from food poisoning from the banana meatloaf. I guess I'm gonna go check this package. Norman Jean doesn't notice anything. There it is. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see what's in this package.
To succeed in life, it is important to understand when it's time to fight the good fight and when it's time to make amends.
Oh, young eel. That's very nice of you. Oh. Well, you tried.
Even though this can be frustrating, it's a fact of life.
Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. Oh, come on. I don't care about her redemption story. I really don't. Tabitha's going to jail, and Miss Davenport should be right next to her.
But when things are taken too far, we may well find ourselves forced to pay the price for years to come.
I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait! Oh, wow. We got her arrested. No, this is not the final episode. This is the second to last episode. I don't want it to end. It's so good. They did not need to go this ham with this game, but they did. Absolutely incredible. Like 10 out of 10. Like it really keeps surprising me and getting better and better. Oh, Susan loves Mike. I knew that. Whoops. right. There's different endings, so I can play it again.
When presented with the truth about a terrible situation, one must choose to address their problems head-on or simply deal with the circumstances at hand. When faced with the complexity of life and the tough decisions that must be made, sometimes one has to wonder if there is any wisdom to the thought that ignorance is bliss.
What?
Am I going to make a decision if I should kill him or not? Oh my god! What did she even see? It was a marriage license, and did it say deceased? Does that mean that her real husband is dead? Like, it was something about their marriage license. So, yes. So, here's what you missed. In the cutscene, she saw her marriage license. Vinny sent her this package, and it said deceased on it. She also has amnesia. She learned her real name's Mary. So basically, my husband is not who he says he is, and she had a knife in her hand and almost stabbed him. That's where we last left off. Wake up right now, and you better get your butt out of bed, Norman Jean. You've got some serious explaining to do. Norman Jean, we need to talk. Glad you finally decided to wake up, because there are some things we need to discuss. I'm gonna be mad. Sleeping in your jeans again and your shoes.
It's a bit early for one of our talks, don't you think?
Trust me, this is not the kind of thing that can wait. We need to talk now. That.
Whatever it is, you're overreacting.
Right.
Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to take a shower and get ready for work.
That's fine. While you're there, you might want to change the combination to your little safe. It's not safe anymore. I understand, Norma Jean. It's just that I found a few things in your safe that I thought you'd like to explain to me. You're going to tell me what the hell all those things I found hidden in your little stash are supposed to mean. Let's just do the first one. It's not so safe anymore.
My safe? What? You went through my safe? How?
You don't need to concern yourself with that. All you need to worry about is how you're going to explain what it all means. That's for me to know and you to find out. I love that line. I have all the contents of the safe here with me. All you have to do is come up with an excuse for why you were hiding them. That's not important. I need answers right now. What do the items mean to you? And why were you hiding them from me? Middle.
I really don't have time to talk about this right
looks
now.
like he was
You
just gonna
have to
punch
trust me,
me.
though. There's a perfectly logical explanation for all this. You're just overreacting, like I said. I can explain it all to you later.
He will not gaslight me.
In the meantime, you should probably start seeing your therapist more often. Maybe he'll keep you from overreacting to misunderstandings like this from now on.
That might be sooner than you think. Perhaps you could come with me the next time I decide to go. Don't try to sidetrack me, Norman Jean.
You might have a tough time getting downtown, though.
I think I accidentally left your car keys over at Frank's house when I stopped by to check up on him.
So why don't you just run your little errands and we'll talk about this when I get home, okay?
Now you're just making things up. You're not going to get out of this that easily. I don't have any errands.
Sure you do. Etta called you not too long ago and said she wanted her poison back. Which is strange because I didn't even know she drank the hard stuff. I guess you never can tell these days.
Oh my God. Where's your knife, girl?
But I guess I forgot to tell you that.
How convenient.
Either way, I'm sure you have something to keep you busy before we talk about this in detail. I mean, I can see how all these things are distracting. I'm sure once you tie up all the loose ends, you'll be able to relax.
You little rat. You're unbelievable, you know that?
We'll talk later. Have a great day, dear. Bye.
He's so calm, it's ridiculous. I think it's time we serve pantsuit. You're so right. We have to be a professional right now. I feel like he's gonna run away. Okay, I don't think that I have anything. Oh.
Hey, it's Susan.
Hi, Susan.
So I was wondering, how are things, really?
I'm doing wonderfully, Susan.
That's good. Really good to hear that things are good.
Don't leave this room without those documents. I'll try Friday. His ponytail should have been our first clue. Susan, is there something you want to talk to me about?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was just walking by your house this morning and I heard shouting. I didn't mean to eavesdrop or anything, but I was there, you know.
Right.
I just wanted to make sure everything's okay. That's all.
You heard that, did you? Yeah. Norman Jean and I are sort of at odds right now. You know, I thought my husband and I had worked through all of our issues, but he's just been acting so strange lately. I don't know what to do. Let me just say the first one.
Oh, why didn't you tell me? I'll always make time to talk to you about whatever's going on in your life.
Do you really mean that, Susan? You know what? I knew I should have come to you first. From the moment I met you, I knew you were someone I could count on.
When you buy a house on Wisteria Lane, you don't just gain a home, you gain a family. All of us become your extended family.
Since you just offered, I'd like to talk to you about what you overheard in person. I guess.
Now? Oh, you want to talk to me now?
You said I could always talk to you. What happened to that? Is there any particular reason why not?
Okay, well, this is a bit embarrassing. I know what I said, but it really isn't a good time right now. I'm so sorry. You see, Edie's coming over in a bit to talk to me about, well, something.
I thought the two of you weren't on the best of terms. Edie, you're blowing me off to talk to that harlot? What could you possibly have to talk about with Edie? Middle.
Well, you know Edie. She sort of invited herself over, said she had some juicy gossip, and hung up before I could say no.
Susan, I'm always up for a little gossip. Why don't I come over too?
No, I mean, no. I don't think Edie would feel that comfortable. Oh, look, there she is. Gotta go, bye.
I guess I'll be making a surprise visit. I need to put on the pantsuit. I don't know if I'm able to go to the mall, because the keys are over at Frank's. Let me see. My God, there's a lot to do today. I don't think we have a pantsuit. No, we don't. Let me see if I could go. First, I'll save. Save over, oh no. And then I'll try to go to the mall. Oh, first we gotta go. Okay, we gotta go to Frank anyway. Oh, where are the documents, though? Friday, I don't know. I don't know if that's possible. We might even still have them. Journal? Huh? What is this? Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Oh. If I look at everything, it will be in my journal. I didn't realize that. Good to know. Can I use the stairs or what? Hello. The stream is shockingly empty. Well, it's actually the highest it's been in a little bit over on TikTok. 10 viewers for our Desperate Housewives game. But we do have a lot of people on Twitch at the moment. Well, actually, I don't really know, but I assume more than TikTok. There's the mailman. Just another day. Let's go over to Frank. Wait a second. That thing about Edie is gone. Am I able to do it?
I mean, come on. How stupid do you have to be to forget something like that?
Beats me. That's why I came to see you. I figured you had a lot more experience in that department than me.
Hey, that's not fair. I'm not that forgetful. I remember all sorts of things.
Don't get me wrong, you have all sorts of flaws. I wasn't trying to limit you to just being a forgetful spaz.
Oh my god, Edie. Should I interrupt or eavesdrop? Eavesdrop.
What does a guy have to do to a woman to make her completely and utterly disregard her better instincts and take a lowlife weasel like that back into her life?
Who are they talking about? More importantly, on both platforms, we have the best viewers. You got that right.
Exactly. You know how men are? If he did it once, he'll do it again.
You talked with her not too long ago. What did she have to say about it? Does she even have any suspicions?
We talked, but it didn't really come up in the conversation.
I'm gonna continue to eavesdrop. I want to hear all that I can. I'm hiding behind a tree right now.
If you ask me, I think he did something to her.
What do you mean by that? What would he do to her?
Guys like that can be incredibly persuasive. Oh, trust me, I know. You can't put anything past him.
Are they talking about Norman Jean?
Oh, come on. Is it really worth it to go to all that trouble?
No, it never is. Is that all you came over to talk about?
Yeah, I thought that with all your experience in the matter, you might have something interesting to tell me about the whole ordeal. But I should have known. You always disappoint. It's becoming your specialty.
Wow.
Oh, Edie, I'm glad you came to me to talk.
Poor Susan.
Whoa, hold your horses there, Missy. I said I thought you'd have something interesting to say. Not that you actually did. Catch you later, Mayor.
Is she gonna see me? No. Well, I'll take care of that after I go to Frank Fox. But I do wonder who they're talking about. I don't know. Were they talking about us? It kind of seemed like no, but they potentially could be.
Thanks. It's really nice of you to stop by like this.
Oh, to be honest, Frank, I sort of had to stop by. You have my keys, remember? Oh, no trouble at all. I like stopping by and checking up on you.
Things are going just as well as can be expected.
Oh, that's a really broad statement.
I mean, considering all that's happened, I'm doing okay. But you came by here to pick up your car keys, didn't you?
I did, but I get the sense you want to talk about something.
Yeah, I'll be just a minute. Why don't you come inside?
Don't mind if I do.
I'll be fumbling around for a bit. Make yourself comfortable in the meantime.
Alrighty, I'll just wait here. Why am I freaked out right now? Mailman's here. Should I try to... The phone.
Hello there. You've reached Daniel? Come on, Frank. You said you'd do this.
And Frank.
The Brothers Fox. Please leave a message after the beep. Bye-bye.
Yeah, the old lady pet a dog, and now it's her redemption story, so...
Frank, this is Eric. This conversation is on a secure line, making the contents of this message private. Please do your best to keep it that way.
Oh my god, oh my god.
With the implications of what we've discussed, we should be able to apprehend the persons in question as well as some key members of the Corsetti mob family. Furthermore, our relocation plans will proceed as scheduled. The FIB will take care of the sale of the home as well as any other loose ends, such as phone and utilities. Continue preparing yourself for the move, and don't hesitate to contact me in the future if any further complications should arise.
How interesting. So, Eric is helping him escape, huh?
Here are your keys. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Oh, thank you.
So, that's it then. Don't let me keep you from whatever it is you do during this time of the day.
Whatever it is I do. The FIB, the fib. Bid him farewell. Saying goodbye. First, let's talk to him and see if we could, like, say goodbye for real. He's about to leave.
Did you need something?
I don't know how else to say it, so here goes. Are you planning to leave Fairview? Come to think of it, no, there isn't, but thanks for returning these to me. Is there anything you need to tell me about? Anything at all?
How is it you always know when something's up with me? It's actually freaking weird.
Freaking weird. Chalk it up to a woman's intuition.
You don't need to get yourself involved in any of this.
Give me one good reason why not.
It's complicated.
What else is new? You really shouldn't keep things bottled up like that. It's not healthy.
You're right. I'm probably just uptight about it.
He's gonna get friggin' addicted.
I just never thought I'd miss him.
Daniel?
Daniel was always on my case about this and that. It was like having a wife nagging me or something. No offense.
None taken, Frank. I understand. What do you mean by that?
It's hard to explain. Growing up, things were
No
a lot
offense.
different. Daniel was always up to something, and I was always up to something.
What? What? Daniel was always up to something and I was always up to something. You were a troublemaker?
Our parents loved us both the same, but Daniel was always the attention getter. He was always talking about some big idea he had or organizing some big event. He never stopped.
Hi, Ryan. Oh, does he just mean that, like, he's like, oh, I'm up to something?
That left me with nothing to do and no one to listen to me. Which in turn meant Daniel and I butted heads on a lot of things, ranging from the way we looked to the way we led our lives.
Why did you live together?
I know it'll come as a shock to you, but Daniel was always hassling me about my clothes.
He's not the only one, Frank. People talk.
But anyways, I spent a good deal of my life fighting with him and just saying awful things to him. Yet no matter what happened, he kept forgiving me, even after we'd grown up, and I'd never figured out why.
Come on, it's obvious he wanted to do whatever it took to get to know you. Sounds like he was trying to get close to you, Frank. That's what family does. He wanted to be your brother, Frank. That's probably the same reason why he let you live with him when you asked.
I called him to try to get away from the big city and to get away from all the trouble I was having there. But all I did was unload all my problems on him.
I think he knew what he was getting into when he said you could live with him. You're supposed to be able to depend on family, Frank. That's what they're for. Pretty sure he knew what he was doing. What's family for?
I guess he was always trying to take care of me, and I resisted. I really didn't feel comfortable doing that. Just wanted to get away, you know? He would always joke about trying to reach out to me, but I never took him seriously. I'd always find some way to ignore him. But if I'd ever thought something like this would have happened, things would have been a lot different.
And it's too late. Thank you, Roadwork.
Of course, now, I'll never be able to do that. He probably died thinking I didn't even care about him. Jesus, look at me. I'm telling you all sorts of crap you don't care about.
I don't need to know everything, Frank, but I want to. Besides, the more you talk about it, the better you feel. Look at it this way. You got all your whining out of the way first. That's a good thing. Sometimes it helps to remember the good things about the person who died as opposed to thinking about the regrets and missed opportunities.
I understand what you're saying, and I appreciate it. But I'm not a touchy-feely guy. I was in the army, for Christ's sakes. I don't sit around and watch daytime talk shows.
That has nothing to do with what I'm saying. I wish I could do more for you, Frank. Okay, I tried. Maybe you deserve to be miserable. Maybe it's your fault he's dead. Then what does it make sense to you? Then what does make sense to you, Frank? Because I don't know anymore. I wish I could do more.
The only thing keeping me going is knowing that I can bring down the bastards responsible.
If it's as bad as you say it is, you'll have enough time keeping yourself alive. Good luck with that, and do me a favor. Try not to get killed in the process. But Frank, you're just you. How are you going to beat them up?
Don't worry about me. I'm going to have help.
Help? Frank, you should probably just let the police take care of this. You'll be in way over your head. And who do you think is going to help you? I'm sorry, but I'm not having anything to do with this. Good luck finding someone, Frank. It's suicide to go up against people like that. Let the police take care of this.
Listen, this needs to be kept quiet. But I've known you long enough that I think I can trust you.
Uh-oh. Now, I don't know if these actions have consequences right now. These actions have consequences, weak.
After you discovered the truth about Daniel's murder, I had a talk with Eric Larson. He told me that with what I know, I could shut down the mob family that was responsible for killing Daniel. But once the case against them gets underway, I'm going to need some protection from Vincent and his goons. So the reason I'm leaving Fairview is that the FIB is placing me in a witness relocation program. So you can understand why I didn't tell anyone. I'm just supposed to disappear one day.
Well, I guess this is goodbye then, isn't it? This is probably going to be the last time I get to talk to you then, isn't it?
Yeah, it was nice knowing you.
I enjoyed having you around, Frank. It was nice knowing you too, Frank. Your brother would be proud of you for what you're doing. Then again, he was always proud of you. I'll say that. I've been wanting to do this, though, to say goodbye this whole time. I've been waiting for this opportunity. One last seduce. What? What? What the? No, he's gone. I said one last seduce. The game didn't let me do one last seduce. Whatever. That's unfortunate. I was seriously waiting for that option.
Although I'm definitely a fan, I simply can't stand it when they suddenly go limp before I get a chance to fully appreciate them.
Oh God, what is she talking about right now? Wait, crafts and hobbies? What is this? Oh my God! Deja Devora, bitch, gay! Blue, this is so awesome. Thank you so much. Wait, let me show. This is so fun. Deja Devora, bitch, gay. What a finale treat. Oh, thanks, Bobby. Thank you, Blue, for this. Look at this. Deja Devora. And next up, we have Dutsi Oshaha. F. Norman. This is so good. The cell phone. Blowing us away once again. You know that I want to already make this an emote. Do we even have more emote spots? And also, do you approve of that? What are they talking about?
I agree. It is a bit cruel that they don't last very long, but still, if you look closely, you can find other qualities that more than compensate.
I still don't have a guess.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm well versed in the pros and cons. I just think she can do better.
Is everybody talking about me?
All right, then tell me this. Which one would you choose?
And I only get to pick one of the three.
Yes, just one. But which one?
What should I do? I think still just eavesdrop.
My, that's such a tough decision. They all have such distinguishing traits. For instance, that one, it's so hard to get it to reproduce.
I love that, Stephanie.
Well, just between you and me, that reason alone makes it not worth the trouble. On the other hand, it's pretty reliable. Sometimes you want to stick with what you know, don't you agree?
That's a valid point, but I can't say I agree with you. Sometimes it's better to call it a day and try something new.
Are they talking about plants?
Now, what about the others?
Eavesdrop.
As for the second one, I can't imagine you'll run into any real problems. But given everything she can choose from, you'd think she'd go for something a little less...
Now, who are they saying when they're saying she?
Dull?
Yes, exactly. That's not the kind of thing I'd want to wake up and smell every morning, if you know what I mean.
Oh, believe me, I know exactly what you mean.
I'm still going to eavesdrop. Gogas, that was from a stream the other day. Yeah, it's Sia Gigi's cousin when I put on the squid hat.
And behind door number 3...
Oh, that's a tough one. What was that name again? I can't seem to remember.
Coreopsis?
Okay, what is that? I'm looking it up. It is a plant. Okay.
What? No, that's not it.
Okay, well, that's not it.
But anyways, it's very exotic. Not the kind of thing that you would expect to see around here.
Oh, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I would consider survival around these parts highly unlikely. Regardless, it's not really our decision to make. There are other things we could be doing with our time right now.
Agreed. As always, it was a pleasure talking with you, Etta.
The same, Bree.
I am just eavesdropping on everyone today. Oh, hi, Bree. She's not even going to say hi to me. She's going to pretend that she doesn't see me. Nashimana. Hi, Marin. Okay, she's a little smushed, but we got it. Arinka Deja Devora. So, returning the favor. Etta let you borrow her pest spray a while back. Now return it to her. Yeah. You could really just see like a little speck of the top of her head. And she's just a red tracksuit. Yeah.
The cycle of life continues.
But it's perfect because she's wearing that.
So tell me, what did you come over to talk to me about?
Thank you, Andy. True. Wait, oh yes, and then if you gigantify the emote, perfect. I have to make Deja on The Sims, yes. Deja Devora. To be honest, I overheard your conversation with Bree a little while ago, and I'm dying to find out what you two are gossiping about. Sure.
Gossiping? I didn't know you overheard, but it's no big secret. In fact, I think it's pretty obvious. We were talking about flowers. A girl in the gardening forums online seemed torn over which of 3 types of flowers she should plant in her garden.
I think that was a code talk that they were having, which I didn't even realize at the time.
We were discussing the pros and cons of each, and although Bree was making some valid points, between you and me, that woman still has a lot to learn about gardening.
I see.
Well, just what did you think I was talking about, dear?
Sounded as though you were having an interesting conversation and I wanted to be in the loop. Men.
Oh! Goodness, I can't imagine what you thought of us.
It's probably better for everyone if you don't. Oh, I'm sure you can. Well, clearly I was wrong. I don't even know. What is she implying right now? Do you guys know what she's implying?
It's no matter, dear. I'm glad you asked. After all, I'd rather you do that than carry on believing what you did. So tell me, what did you come over to talk to me about?
Returning what I borrowed.
I thought I was missing something. But that was months ago. I couldn't remember who I lent it to, so I had to buy some more.
That was months ago? That's news to me.
Tell me, how did it work out for you?
Pretty sure I told you I didn't like having to use it, but it sure did the job. Didn't we have this conversation once before?
That's good to hear. Always glad to help a neighbor. Even you.
Even you. Thanks, it's good to know I at least have some friends. No. Ugh.
Oh, come
I'll be
now. If I
sarcastic.
couldn't do anything for you, I'm sure someone would have stepped up and offered assistance.
That's an interesting remark. What are you implying?
Well, let's just say this. You're a very popular person around here. And from what I hear, you've got more friends than you know what to do with.
Oh my god. Oh my god. She found out that I'm sleeping with the entire neighborhood. Great. With all the new facts you discovered about yourself, Vincent, Eric, and your husband, it's seeming more and more like a good time to visit your therapist. True. And I want to get the pantsuit. I hope I could get a red pantsuit so it can match the emote, though. Let's see. Beverly's Boutique. And then we'll go to therapy. Do we know what's in the safe? Yes, my marriage license, and it says deceased on it. Oh. Is there no pantsuit? She's a detective. Maybe it's at another store. Let me see. Check. Oh, there's Eric. My ex. Odds and ends. The fashion outlet. Let's see. It's giving FIB. That's the goal. Outfits. Yes, pantsuit, pantsuit. Okay. Well, clearly not all red, unfortunately, but I think it's time. I like all black. But I do want a red shoe. If I may. We need like a little pop of color. That'll do. Time to go to therapy. I can't either. That was crazy. Should we talk to Eric?
Oh, hey there. I'm surprised to see you here.
What are you doing, Eric?
Actually, I'm here on a case. I didn't exactly find what I was looking for, so I'm gonna head back to the office.
Really? This new case of yours, is it in Fairview as well?
You know, I should actually be on my way now. It's always nice talking to you, though. Take care.
Goodbye for now. Time to go to therapy. Why is it? Oh, okay. She looks amazing. Yeah, Eric is the FIB agent in town who's also my ex from a past life that I had that I'm still discovering about. Finally, we might be able to figure out more.
Good afternoon.
Hi, I hope I didn't catch you at a bad time.
We can talk for as long as you'd like. Of course, as long as you know you're paying the full rate for our little talk. No freebies just because you don't have an official appointment.
Thank you. It's not my money, it's Norman Jean's, which brings me to why I came here.
Why don't you tell me what's troubling you?
It's complicated, but it involves two other men. Well, I found some very unsettling information about my husband. It made me rethink a lot of things. As you know, I'm a relatively happily married woman, but two different men have come into my life that claim to be involved with me before I was married.
So these men claim to know you during the time period where you have no memories?
Exactly. Eric told me that both he and Vincent used to know me before I even moved to Fairview.
Do you think he's telling the truth?
Hell if I know. Eric just kind of dropped it on me like a bomb. He even called me by a different name. He doesn't have any reason to lie, but it did freak me out when he called me by another name. I'm going to say this one.
But what does this have to do with your husband? Do you think he's involved in some sort of vast conspiracy or something?
God, Arthur. I didn't even know that his name was Arthur. You feel like we can't trust our therapist? I didn't even think of that. Because our husband set it up for us. You're supposed to help me, Arthur. I don't know what to do at this point. Besides, there's more to it than
Would
that.
you care to share them?
You remember how upset the entire neighborhood was over Daniel Fox's death? Vincent sent me a package not too long ago with the contents of my husband's safe inside. The one he's been desperate to keep me from seeing. Yeah. And our husband is constantly insisting that we go.
In the past, you've voiced certain concerns about your husband. Exactly what was inside this package?
Oh my God, a sonogram. I didn't even realize that. A sonogram, a journal, documents about amnesia, and a picture of a woman that I've never seen before who looks a hell of a lot like me. I need to look at these better. I mean, I saw them. Yeah, I didn't realize. Okay, so that's what was in the package.
A very peculiar combination of items, especially for your husband to keep locked away from you.
Right.
Do you feel that the contents of this package prove or disprove your suspicions?
Prove.
If I recall correctly, you mentioned that there are 3 men in your life, no?
I mean, I wouldn't put it like that. I know. This is half Norman Jean's office, too. That's the other thing. Do you remember how upset the entire neighborhood was over Daniel Fox's death?
That's not the kind of thing one can forget easily.
So yeah, about that. I'm pretty sure Vincent and Daniel had Daniel taken out. It's not the kind of thing you can forgive either. I have reason to believe Vincent is the one responsible. You didn't hear this from me, but Vincent Corsetti has ties to the murder. We are truly going full detective. Way more than 3, actually. Wait, I didn't even think of this either. I just thought that maybe like Deja Devora's husband was deceased, but this means Norman Jean's wife was deceased and maybe had young Eel and replaced her with Deja Devora, but also the picture looks a lot like me. I really don't even know. Maybe, again, it's an evil twin thing. But I didn't talk about a twin. Like, who is deceased? My spouse or his spouse?
Well, that's quite an accusation.
Arthur, I need your advice. What do you think I should do? It's like I'm living in some twisted soap opera. 3 men, each claiming I lead a different life. I don't know how I'm supposed to deal with all this. So you think it's his? Maybe, Gogos.
It certainly sounds like you have a situation on your hands. What are your intentions? What do you plan on doing?
Tell me, what the hell do I pay you for exactly?
I can't tell you what to do. You have to figure that out for yourself. I only get paid to help people reach their own conclusions. But I will tell you this much. Sooner or later, you're going to find yourself in a position where you have to make a choice between these 3 men in your life.
Oh my gosh.
Make up your mind now before it's too late, or it will be made up for you.
Interesting. There's nothing left to do but go home and prepare dinner, right? What is this? Susan says she would have a hard time forgiving someone, and Edie seems to agree with her. Who are they gossiping about? I'd like to. I don't know if this will still be an option, but I guess we're going to see what happens when I go home. It's just like Mamma Mia. We have to choose between the 3 men. I mean, oh.
So if you could keep me posted on how the case progresses, I'd be extremely grateful.
He's like, la-di-da, just listening in my trench coat. And he's talking to a cop. So this is Vincent, Eric, the 2 men, other men in my life. And then the police. So, when I think of all of these people, it seems like I can trust Eric the most, but I don't know. I hope that we can pick and then like it's always different.
Sure, I guess I can. But why are you so interested in this specific case?
Come on. Do I really need a reason? I just like to stay informed.
I bet Susan and Edie are gossiping about the same girl on the gardening forum.
Of course not, Mr. Corsetti. Everybody knows you're a stand-up guy.
All right, then. I'll be expecting to hear from you.
This is so funny.
And if you keep your promise.
Just standing in between them. They wouldn't move.
I just might be able to have a little talk with your chief. See if we can't bump you up from mall duty.
We should look for the gardening forum, yes. See if I can bump you up from mall duty.
That'd be great. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with mall duty, but...
Hey, I understand. You're cut out for better things than this. That's all.
Vincent?
It's really funny that you say that, Vincent. Because I like people to get what they deserve, too.
Oh my god. And the cops in the distance? Oh my god, there's so much. I could interrupt or I could eavesdrop. Wait, Oscar. Can you not? I think so. We're just talking about Prime subs. Amazon Prime subs are a thing, but all right. Okay, eavesdrop. Let's maybe eavesdrop a little bit more. I really want to interrupt and be like, Eric Larson, because I have to make a decision and I don't want a decision to be made for me. I'm going to eavesdrop once and then hope that it's okay. Oh no, Brandon. But yay, you're home early.
Agent Larson. It's been a while. Surprised to see you doing so well these days.
What makes you say it that way, Vinny? Is there something I should know about?
There certainly is.
Mr. Corsetti?
Oh my gosh. These are huge decisions. Should I eavesdrop one more time?
And by that, I mean, there are a lot of people in your position that would allow themselves to, how can I say this, become obsessed with one case when there are a number of others to solve. I wouldn't want you to fall into that trap.
Oh, that's awfully considerate of you, Mr. Corsetti.
Yeah, thanks. I really appreciate your concern. And feel free to keep that smug look on your face. But trust me, it won't be there for long.
And why's that?
I'm sorry, Brandon. That your manager was giving you a hard time, of course. I'm so tempted to interrupt. This is crazy. Do you guys think I should interrupt? I didn't interrupt all those other times, and now at the most important one, I'm considering it. I kind of want to see what happens. I think I'm gonna do it. It's time.
Oh, hey, I didn't even see you. What are you doing here?
Nothing really. Had to run some errands and I'm heading home now.
I don't suppose I can convince you to join us. We were in the middle of a fascinating conversation that I think you'd like to hear. You don't mind, do you, Vincent?
As much as I'd love to engage this lovely young woman in conversation, I really have to go. I have some
Oh.
pressing matters to attend to back at the office.
The office. Right.
Wow, that was strange. Why did he run off like that?
Yeah, I didn't even get the chance to talk to them about the most important thing. To use a police term, I believe it's his MO. Let's do this one.
Oh well, maybe next time then.
This looks like young Eel's father.
Anyway, is there anything I can do for you?
Why don't you run off like a good little mall cop and mind your own business? Grab a free smoothie or something. Oh my god. I'm on my way home.
All
but
right.
I appreciate
Goodbye
it.
then.
Bye. I don't know if it was the right thing, but... I know. She looks amazing. I thought the same thing. I'm like, they have to say something. Nothing to do but go home and make dinner. Let me go to Susan and confront her. See what they were talking about. Ooh, or... Yeah, I don't want to go home first just in case that, like, ends the day. If we made this all up because we're bored, please.
Hey, you. What's up?
I don't know. Not too long ago, I came over to talk to you and Edie, and the both of you totally sidestepped the conversation. Why don't you tell me?
There's not much happening on my end. I told you Edie was stopping by to talk with me for a bit. That's about it.
What were you talking about?
No biggie. Her friend was getting back together with an old flame. This guy who treated her like absolute crap. But she still wanted to be with him, and we were just trying to figure out why a smart woman would put up with it. But you didn't hear that from me.
Oh, of course not. Really? You know, up until a few minutes ago, I thought you were talking about me. Funny, huh? I think I'm going to say that.
Yeah. Sorry for the confusion. I had no idea why she was coming over, and I was still a little anxious about her visit when I called you.
It's fine, Susan. I'm glad you told me when you did. Bye.
All right, then. Take care.
People are talking. What would I do with this one? I guess I would just be asking more people about this whole thing. Maybe Edie. Oh, she's home. That always scares me, her freaking TV.
Well, well, if it isn't you. How have you been since our last chat?
Been great.
You know me. I'm all about pleasure.
Oh, Edie.
Whatever.
Okay, never mind. Following her into her home. I forgot that we slept with her boyfriend. I really don't understand this optional goal here. Oh my god, the kids. Just in a perfect triangle. They couldn't possibly be gossiping about you, could they? Oh, maybe we can go to, like, Bree? Looks like she just got home as well. Oh, Bree.
Hello. What an absolute treat it is to see you.
I have a question for you.
Shoot.
It's funny you should say that because, oh, why am I able to ask her about guns?
A very proud card-carrying member, as a matter of fact.
Oh my god. Oh, she did this before.
Only if you get caught or very...
Never mind. Oh my gosh. Gabrielle and Lynette, they have not been, like, a part of the conversation and the quests for a long time. I guess I could go to Lynette, but she probably will have nothing to say. Because also the arrow keeps leading me that way. But let's see.
Hey, you wouldn't by any chance have any adorable, well-behaved preschoolers? I'm
Yeah,
going
no.
nuts. Tom and you know, that is so good.
Okay. Already talked to her about that. Maybe I just go to my house and then see where the... Yeah, the arrow is leading to my door, so... Let's maybe check the forum. I don't think we're able to seduce Tom. Oh, I knew something would
Hi,
happen.
honey. It's me.
Yeah, hi. You'll have to be a little more specific than that. Are you bigger than a bread box? Are you my husband, my son, my dentist, or my lover? I don't want to be like totally brutal yet, even though I have been, but I want him to tell me stuff. A bread box. Yeah, hi.
So, there's something I want to talk to you about.
Honey, I have absolutely nothing to say to you. What do you want to talk to me about?
Well, I wanted to give you the opportunity to explain yourself.
What?
Well, for starters, you've been acting awfully strange lately.
If I'm acting any differently, it's only because you won't answer any questions about that safe. Me, you've got some nerve. I'm gonna say this.
Whoa. Listen, this isn't about me. It's about you. You're looking at my personal files, checking up on my office staff. It's as if suddenly you don't trust me or something.
If you have nothing to hide, it shouldn't bother you, Norman Jean.
And then it dawned on me. This wasn't a problem until you started spending time with that friend of yours.
What
that
friend?
That man's always sticking his nose in where it doesn't belong.
Who?
On top of that, I don't trust him. He's up to something, and I think you know exactly who I'm talking about.
Shoot. That's no way to talk about yourself, dear. Oh my god, I want to say that. I don't want to give away Eric or Vincent. That's no way to talk about yourself, dear. I'm doing that.
I wasn't talking about myself.
Well, that's how you've been acting lately, so I just assumed.
Do you really feel that way?
Uh-oh. I hate to say it, but yes.
I didn't know. Listen, if it's really that much of a problem, I can try to finish up and come home a little early tonight. We can sit down and talk over a nice family dinner. How does that sound?
That would be nice, honey. I'll whip something up nice. Maybe one of the recipes that Brie gave me. I'll just be as nice as can be.
I should be home by 8:30. I'll see you soon. Bye.
I'm scared. I'll be expecting you. I guess I'm gonna start making dinner. This is getting crazy, and it definitely does make me... Oh, I have to wash the dishes in order to level up. It definitely does make me... Oh, and the computer, sorry. Want to play this again. There's so many options. I hope we get a good ending. Okay, gardening. Oh, it's right here. Is there a forum? Gardening forum. I don't know about that. I wish I could too. Borrow some poison from Mrs. Davenport for dinner. How's poison for dinner? But also he has some information and I really want him to tell us stuff. Maybe they're just absolutely lying about the gardening forum. Looks like young eel's helping himself to a snack when I'm about to make dinner. All right, clean this. Let's see if I level up. There's so many dishes. Really? I'm a freaking apprentice still. What's one thing I haven't made yet? Fruit salad? Okay. Chop an apple. I made you fruit salad, dear, for dinner. Enjoy. Let's add them to a bowl. And stir. Oh. Yogurt. Yeah, attempting every dish would make sense. Let's see if I've leveled up yet. Nope. It's because I have to wash the dishes again. Make certain to prepare a nice dinner before he arrives, but it's only for me and young Neil. I still don't know what this goal would be, but it's optional anyway, whatever. I'll make some jalapeno soup as well. When you level up, you get more recipes. That's kind of just what I want. More options. Chopped celery. Chop onion. Jalapeno. Stir, stir, stir. Cheese. And add all of them. And stir. Another jalapeno soup. It will be great for young Eel's sinus infection. That's exactly what I was thinking. Gracie, thank you so much. Thanks for watching the Barbie name videos. And welcome to the chaos that is Desperate Housewives Game. We're waiting for our husband to come home, and I really don't know what to expect. It might be absolutely crazy. Our whole life is a lie. If I make one more thing, you know what? I'm gonna. Let's have a little dessert of French toast. Because then I might level up. Eggs. Because I think that I have to just wash the dishes again, is what it said. I haven't been washing the dishes enough. The Shimana. Oh my god, that's the best thing I could hear. And thanks for lurking and watching. It's so fun playing this game too. I just love any game that has this kind of vibe. The 2006 vibe. Serve. What's your favorite name? Is it Nishimina? On the name list? Oh, it replaced my other ones. And then clean the sink. I feel like this is going to be the level up. Wait, is he home? He said he was going to be home at 8:30. Okay, he's knocking. Oh my god, I'm scared. Yes? Why don't you have your keys?
Hey, I'm home. Just in time for dinner, right?
I have chills.
You've really outdone yourself with this meal, honey.
It's French toast and I think fruit salad. Or La Quesbia. Oh, I love it. Or Nishimina, yes. Okay, Norman Jean, you're sweet, but it really wasn't that much trouble. If you're trying to soften me up for something, it's not working. I don't want to say Norma Jean is sweet. Thank you, Cloud. Thanks for following.
Well, it's very good. And I wanted to let you know I appreciate it. I don't want you to think I take you for granted.
So, hey, since you guys are busy actually getting along for once, I'm gonna head out with some friends for a bit. Don't let me interrupt the flow, though.
Oh, did I just... Okay, no, we're fine. Yeah, Young Neil just had a 3-course meal. Good for him. You know what, Young Neil? It's best you go. Things are not going to be good.
Okay, see ya.
Don't you think you should get some details from him first, Norman Jean?
Why would I have a problem with it? He's a good kid. He knows not to stay out too late, right?
He sneaks out all the time. He's up to no good.
Right. Thanks, Dad. Catch you guys later.
Why did you just let him leave like that?
The sooner he leaves, the sooner we can talk. I don't know how you got a hold of my safe, but I feel like you deserve an explanation. The woman in the photograph was a former patient of mine, and the journal was what I used to track her progress. She was also suffering memory loss, and that's why you found the documents on amnesia in there as well.
No. This is different from when you played. Okay, that's great. I love that. Slim fast for dinner. I know, we keep saying it was the ponytail.
She died under my care, and I promised to never let myself forget that.
She died under your care? Deceased. Marriage license. Deceased. Evil twin. Like... His wife. He killed his wife. Why didn't you tell me? I just assumed... I don't believe him. If you're telling the truth.
And the sonogram was from when you were pregnant with our son. I couldn't bring myself to get rid of it. I guess I'm an old softie. You know me. I can be pretty emotionally over-controlled. So I'm sorry I freaked out when you went through my safe. Not that I don't have a right to be angry.
The way you behaved was atrocious. But now that you've explained yourself, I suppose we can put it behind us. Defensive is one word to describe it, obnoxious is another. No, I don't believe him.
I still believe I was correct in trying to keep you away from Vincent and Eric, though. I don't trust either of those guys one bit. Did you know he had the nerve to come into my office the other day asking about you?
He didn't tell me that. Come on, Norman Jean. He was probably just investigating a case. I'm sure it was a coincidence.
No, it was no coincidence. He was specifically asking about you.
He probably had a good reason to keep you in the dark. That's strange. That's such a weird thing for him to do. You really shouldn't jump to conclusions.
And as for Vincent Corsetti, don't even get me started. When Eric came into the office, he pretty much said the man has friends in low places, that he's a high-ranking member of the mob. I couldn't believe it, but who am I to question an FIB agent? Tell me, is this the kind of person you want to be friends with? At any given moment, you could say the wrong thing to him and get yourself whacked.
I never knew. No! No! Oh, God. Am I choosing my husband right now? Please, God, no. What did you miss? We're talking to our husband now. He just told me that everything I found in his safe was that he was treating a patient with amnesia and that she died under his care. Which I don't believe at all. And that the sonogram was of young Eel, but why is it in his safe with all of that? I had my suspicions about him too.
I hope that clears everything up for you.
I think I'm more confused now than ever. Eric! No, seriously, I trust him.
You should probably answer that. I'll clean up here.
Perfect. That's so sweet of you, dear. The knocking on the door. Save me, Eric.
Excellent, I'm glad you're home. I tried to get through to you earlier, but your phone was busy.
You have great timing, Eric. I was just about to be bored to death by my husband. I really wish we could talk, but right now is not exactly the best time for me. I'm just going to say bored to death by my husband because I don't want the game to think that I am choosing my husband right now.
I'm sorry for coming over at a bad time, but what I have to tell you can't wait. Trust me, you're going to want to hear this.
I'm going. Wait, so Blue, was this in your playthrough? Or this is totally different too? That's so true, Mary. And then, like, this is not for younger people either, so... All right, I gotta go piss, girl, and then we're gonna go, hopefully, with Eric. Whoa, Blue. You were making dinner for Eric in your game? Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Norman Jean, you haven't noticed anything, and now you're gonna notice this. Oh, wait.
Hey, I didn't know what you wanted me to do with the leftover. Oh, it's you. What do you want?
I just stopped by to say hello to an old friend of mine. I assume you don't have a problem with that.
I'm on to you, Mr. Larson. Are you trying to turn my own family against me?
What are you talking about?
Eric, couldn't you drop the cloak and dagger stuff and leave a message on my answering machine like a normal person? Everybody calm down. Eric, whatever it is you wanted to talk about, it will have to wait. My husband and I are spending some... No. No. We'll talk about this tomorrow.
Hey, you don't have to tell me twice. I'll get in touch with you another time. Good night.
Goodbye.
So tell me, what was he really doing here?
I don't know.
A few minutes ago, I opened myself up to you, and you're already keeping secrets from me. This is unbelievable. What's with you?
No.
In any relationship, conflict is inevitable. Whether it be the simple act of more than one person wanting the same thing, or more complicated needs among friends and neighbors.
Ha ha ha. Sorry, Edie.
Conflict surrounds us all.
What's he doing?
But when it comes to the severity of consequences, the battles between a husband and a wife leave them all behind.
He's sleeping on the couch. Oh, this is the last episode, I think. Is it? I think. Just reading. Potentially the journal. I also hope that my instincts are right, that Eric is the one to be with. It really seems like it, though. But we'll see what he has to say to me. Whose couch was that? Certainly not ours. Ours is purple. But maybe the game doesn't think that? No, yeah, I'll check. Hello?
Over the years, I've learned the hard way that there are no simple choices in life. Since my departure, things seem to have gotten even more complicated for my friends on Wisteria Lane, as well as my newest neighbor. Indeed, making a choice between the status quo, the chance to live on the edge,
that's Eric,
or to rekindle a long-lost passion is a difficult and complicated affair. But sometimes we find ourselves with no other option than to make a choice. And we can find the very decision liberating in and of itself.
No, 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 no,
Look
no.
who's here. So glad you could finally join us. I'd offer you a seat, but Eric and your husband took the last 2 chairs.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. What's going on here?
Not much. I was just strolling through the neighborhood and ran into these 2. I figured the 4 of us could have a nice little chat.
I know. Should have gotten rid of Vincent somehow. Oh, is that why you didn't gag them as well? You wanted to talk? It's not funny, Vincent. Why are they tied up? What's going on here? A gun-toting madman has tied up my friends and family. You'll have to forgive me if I'm not in a talkative mood.
Hey, it's just like I said. I was right outside your house when I ran into my old friend here, Eric.
I'm really scared. How do we save this?
We're not friends, Corsetti.
We ran into each other and caught up on old times. You see, he's been watching me. But what he didn't know is that I've been watching him too. Today was supposed to be the big revelation, wasn't it, Eric? It still is, but not quite in the way you were hoping.
Okay. I don't know what you're talking about, Vincent. I know everything now. Okay, maybe we could say that. Why don't we start by revealing what made Vincent Corsetti lose his mind? There's nothing you can tell me that I haven't figured out on my own. Okay. Or let's just say I know everything.
There are people who want you to think of me as a bad guy, someone who shouldn't be trusted under any circumstances. But they're wrong. Dead wrong. Tonight, you're gonna find out who the men in this room really are. And by the end of the evening, you're going to make a choice. You're gonna pick the man you want to spend the rest of your life with.
I feel like he has a gun in his hand. Whatever choice I make, he's gonna kill them.
Of course, if you decide that you want me sooner than that, I'll understand. Why don't you start out by asking a couple of questions? See what everyone here has to tell you. In case you're tempted to try anything funny, I've cut your phone line and disabled your computer. And don't be stupid and try to run off. I've got eyes in the back of my head. I've got a guy just outside keeping a close watch on the place. No one's getting in or out unless I say so.
I'll do whatever it takes to see to it that no one gets hurt, but I'm not sure what you want from me. Is all of this really necessary, Vincent? Can't you just untie them so we could talk like normal adults? Come on, Vincent, what could they possibly have to tell me that I don't know already? Oh my god, I don't know. I'm between this one and this one. To make sure that nobody gets hurt. Or, I know everything. Because seeing that nobody gets hurt means that I'll have to go with Vincent. I'm just going to say that I know.
Trust me, there's a lot you don't know about the men sitting in this room. Ask them whatever you want. Given the circumstances, it's in their best interest to answer honestly.
Eric, what would you do for me if we walked out of this house together? What would our life be like together? Norman Jean, what kind of life should I expect if I choose to stay with you? So Vinny, let's say I choose to be with you over these other 2 guys. What would our life be like? It feels like I should trick him and say that. And then escape. Because I feel like if I ask Eric, he's just going to kill him. We could also do this over. Maybe, because it probably auto-saved. Not choosing Vincent. I want to trick him, but I don't know if the game is going to let me trick him. This is horrible. I'm going to talk to Eric. I don't know.
Well, you could expect me to make an honest living, provide you with everything you need, and Some of the things you want.
Some?
I'd be home every night in time for family dinner, and I'd treat you like you deserve to be treated. With respect. On a federal agent's salary, I wouldn't be able to hire anyone to take care of the housekeeping. But on the other hand, I can guarantee you I'll never hire anyone to take care of you, like Corsetti did once upon a time.
I'm not that old, you know. I could take care of myself, thank you very much. What was that last part?
Don't pay any attention to him. He'll say whatever he thinks he needs to in order to save his sorry hide.
Vinny's the one you shouldn't listen to, Mary. He doesn't want you to remember what he did to you, because if you did, you wouldn't have anything to do with him.
All right, that's enough out of you, Larson. Zip it.
I wanted to hear what he had to say.
It was nothing important, trust me.
Okay, Norman Jean, same question.
One thing's for certain, things need to be different. I'll do whatever you want, marriage counseling, a family therapist, whatever it takes. I just don't want to lose you. I can't live without you.
I like what I'm hearing. That sounds good, but only time will tell if you could actually make good on your promise. You know something? I could swear I've heard you say those exact same things before. You'll have to forgive me if I don't believe you. Vincent, same question. Let's say I choose to be with you over these other two guys. What would our life be like?
That's a good question. I see you haven't lost all your smarts. You'll live a life of luxury. I'll see to it that you can have everything you've ever wanted. You'll never have to cook another meal or clean a house ever again.
I noticed you didn't mention how you treat me. It's nice to know how well I'd be taken care of, but I noticed you didn't mention how you treat me. Okay, so far I like what I'm hearing, but I'm looking for more specifics.
Sounds like you've gotten some interesting information from everyone in the room. What's your next question?
Okay, at least we get to ask all these questions. You just went to the bathroom. What happened? Vincent, we start the episode and Vincent is in my house with these two hostage, Norman Jean and Eric. And I get to very fairly ask all of them what my life would be like if I picked them. I don't know. But we love cooking French toast. Eric, after all is said and done, if I were to pick you tonight, where would you take me and what would we do together? What kind of questions?
I'd take you down to the local police precinct and have you give a written statement about everything that happened tonight. Why do you ask?
Oh my God. Thanks, Eric. That sounds like a really exciting night. What would we do for dessert? You'd take me to a donut shop? Eric, I was asking to get a better idea of what I should expect from you in terms of a relationship. Norman Jean, same question.
If? There's an if? I'm your husband. Love, honor, and obey. Did you forget that little part?
Actually, there's a lot to consider, whether she knows it or not.
I know how you feel, but if we just do what Vincent asks of us, he's more likely to let us go on with our lives. Vincent, don't get ahead of yourself. I'm merely complying with the demands of a gun-toting madman. I'm just considering all my options. What's your ideal date? I mean, I don't know why I'm saying this in front of Vincent, but I am. Same question.
I would take you to a little out-of-the-way French restaurant I know of that makes the best creme brulee you'll ever have. After that, we'll head back to my estate, open a bottle of Cabernet Sauvignon, and let things progress naturally.
Vincent, that sounds like a wonderful evening. So let me get this straight. Your plan for the evening is to fill me up with dessert, get me intoxicated, and see what happens? Sounds like fun. Come on, Vincent. A little cliche for you, isn't it? I think you could do better than that. I hope that she means like this in a mad way. With everything I've heard tonight, I'm kind of wondering how much of it was the truth, which begs the question.
You've got a lot to consider right now, so I'd say we're just about finished. Do you have any final questions for us?
Norman Jean, is there anything you haven't been completely honest with me about the past that you want to tell me about right now?
No, I've come clean with you about everything. As much as Vincent doesn't want to hear it, there's nothing left to say. However, I will say that Eric over there isn't the saint he makes himself out to be. A little while ago, he barged into my office looking for God knows what.
I'm choosing to couple up with this boy because he looks great in a trench coat. That is so funny because I just watched so much Love Island. I got a text. Is the mailman still an option? I wish at this point. I wish. Norman's gonna have cheating Valentine on repeat. Yes, he is. But who is Norman really?
Now, I won't jump to conclusions, even though it seems everyone else here is doing just that. But I will say that he spent a lot of time asking questions about you, as opposed to questions about an actual case, which doesn't seem like fitting behavior for a distinguished federal agent.
I agree with you, Norman Jean. We have been jumping to conclusions a bit, haven't we? I think I know where you're going with that, Norman Jean. I don't know if I could believe you anymore, Norman Jean. I really don't. Eric, same question. Anything you want to say, anything you've done in the past. Okay, here's other information. Apparently, Eric didn't understand when I was going through the loss of my parents. And so then I left him. But then I reached back out to him. So that still makes me think that he's the one.
Sorry to disappoint you, but I've told you the truth from day one. Hell, I always tell the truth. It's probably my greatest flaw.
What's your weakness? Ugh, I care too much.
The only thing I waited for was the right time to tell you the truth about Vincent, about your past, about everything. And that's also the reason why you saw me leaving the medical office.
I was wondering what you were doing there. Is that why you were at the shopping center?
I was investigating a hunch, one that explains everything that you can't.
A hunch about something my husband did? Were you investigating my husband? I'm confused. What can't I explain?
For the past 20 years or so, you've had an acute case of retrograde amnesia. You knew something was wrong, but since your husband was kind enough to fill in all the fabricated details, you were blissfully unaware of that fact.
Come on, Larson. This is the real world, not some soap opera. Next thing you'll be telling us is that she has an evil twin.
We've already
You'll
thought
have
of
to do
that.
a lot better than that if you want to get out of here in one piece.
That's the first sane thing you've said tonight, Vincent. There's no way she has amnesia. It's not medically possible. Don't lie to the woman, Eric.
But didn't Norman tell me I have amnesia?
Of course, neither of these guys are going to let you believe it, since you discovering the truth isn't exactly in their best interests.
That's enough out of you. If you can't answer the questions honestly, then just keep your mouth shut.
It's just not medically possible. Young Eel. He's right there the whole time. I don't know if I'm being naive, but I do still believe him. I mean, these two are just too shady. Vincent? Are you being dishonest?
Me? Come on. What could I possibly know that's worth lying to you about?
I didn't actually say anything about lying. I asked about dishonesty, which makes me wonder. If there's nothing, forget I even asked. Explain everything Eric just told me.
You know, this is exactly what Larson wants, right? I knew you'd fall into his trap. He'll do whatever it takes to get you on his side, so that he can arrest me on whatever trumped-up charges he comes up with.
Considering what's going on right now, I don't think he'd need to make up any charges, Vincent. And just how is he doing that, Vinny? I was actually hoping you'd be able to tell me what Eric meant when he said you had someone taking care of me. Sure.
Larson has a whole story concocted that explains everything he wants you to believe. He says that I know you, that he knows you, and that I killed you. Which of course means that I should go to jail, right?
What? What? That he killed me? So who am I? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Really convenient how that all works out for him, isn't it? He gets the girl and the collar. It's almost too good to be true, isn't it, Larson?
I don't know, Vincent. This seems so far-fetched. I hope you're being honest with me. But sometimes the most unbelievable stories turn out to be the truth. He may have killed Mary, but Deja Devora is here to stay. I know, right, Diet Sody? Give me the mailman. Yeah, maybe I'm replacing, but I don't know. Give us a break, Vincent. Haven't we been doing this long enough? Are we done yet?
Yeah, that'll have to do. So now's the big decision. Now that you've heard everything, who do you want to spend the rest of your life with?
I'm sorry, Vincent. I'm not sure what I want in my life right now. I'm not sure. That's not exactly the kind of decision I can make after only asking 3 questions. Don't rush me. Hi, look, I have a username. I'm not sure. I don't know because of copyright infringement, but definitely some spooky things. I can't wait for October. I don't know what to say. I think I'm going to say this middle one.
Sweetie, you really should learn how to make up your mind. I don't have all day. And what's more, hey, quit your squirming. All right, I've got something I need you to do. Go over there and tighten their ropes.
Oh my
I don't
God.
want anyone leaving our little soiree before you have a chance to make your decision.
You're very demanding, Vincent. That's going to get old very fast. Ugh, fine. I'll do it, only because I don't want anyone to get hurt. Okay. This is the moment. Walk over to each of the captives to tighten their ropes, and while you're over there, listen to what they have to tell you. After you finish, return to Vinny to see what else he wants from you. Okay. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Hey, come closer.
Your ropes look a little loose. Let me tighten them for you.
Hey, when we were being tied up, I saw that your friend Eric had a gun hidden near his ankle. He's our best shot at getting out of this alive. Why don't you go over there and loosen his ropes?
Okay. All taken care of. He should be able to move freely now. I'll get to that.
Okay, listen to me. Vincent's losing it. Do whatever you can to keep him from going completely insane.
Okay.
He seems to think he has a shot with you. Use that in your favor if things get hairy.
Okay. Let's just hope things don't take a turn for the worse tonight.
Hey, I sent you over there to tighten their ropes, not chat. So cut it out.
She's just fondling his ponytail. Oh my god. Why would I be going this way? Dang, I can't pick up the knife.
Psst.
What was that? I'm listening.
I don't know what Vincent thinks he's doing here, but I promise you one thing. We're gonna make it out of here alive, together. I'll make sure he spends the rest of his unnatural life behind bars. He took my gun, but I have another one hidden in my sock. Loosen my ropes up a bit, and I'll see about getting us out of here.
I've messed with these guns once and it didn't work out. Quick, hit Vincent with the jalapeno soup. If he finds out, he's going to shoot you. He also said to use it to my advantage that Vincent thinks he has a shot with me. Oh my God. No, it's crazy, Brandon. I don't know what to decide. Loosen my ropes a bit and I'll see about getting us out of here. I'm afraid he's going to shoot him. Sorry, I can't make decisions. Choose the bread box. Eric, that's dangerous.
He has my gun. You don't really think he's gonna let me out of this alive, do you?
Hold on one second. I have to check something. Okay.
I know for a fact that it doesn't take that long to tie a knot. Hurry it up over there.
Just make sure he doesn't shoot me. Just be careful. Do whatever you want, but leave me out of it. Young Eel is just chilling. Just make sure he doesn't shoot me. I'm gonna say just be careful. Can I do it again? No, I think I have to talk to Vinny.
Good. You finished. Now let's just check your work. Why don't you head over there and double-check your mother's handiwork?
Oh my God, Young Eel.
Actually, it's kind of loose.
I'm gonna kill you.
Oh, really? I wonder how that happened.
Young Eel, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It's not my fault if they wriggled out of the ropes when we weren't looking. Let's say that.
I'm not an idiot. It's my fault for trusting you so quickly. Doesn't matter. I've got something else for you to do anyway.
Haven't you put us through enough? This has gone far enough. I'm not playing your little game. What is it this time?
We've been playing too many games. I'll admit, I had my fun with all of you tonight, but now it's time for you to make a decision. Take this gun and use it to rid yourself of the men sitting in this room that you never want to see or hear from again.
Oh my God. I take the gun. We're so taking away his copy of Utter Warfare after we ignored the tissues.
And don't worry about the consequences. No matter who dies tonight, you won't take the fall. I've taken care of everything. So, and I mean this literally, fire away.
I mean, I'm shooting him.
Whoa, hey, hold on.
Wait a minute. At the very least, I think we all deserve the opportunity to plead our cases.
This is so crazy.
He's right. It's not fair. You can't pass judgment on another person without letting them have a final word.
What's the matter? Afraid she's gonna shoot you?
I guess you're right. Everyone deserves to have their final words. I can't do this. I'm sorry. Let's hear it. Do your little song and dance so we could get this over with already. Shoot, Young Eel. Everyone deserves their final words. You're first, Vincent.
What do I have to say for myself? Not too much, really. You, on the other hand, have all of your options laid out right in front of you. All you have to do is make a decision. Look around you. Who would you be better off never seeing again? The Weasley investigator, the deceitful spouse, or the charming and incredibly handsome out-of-towner? Hey, I don't need you to spare me. I'm just giving you the opportunity to prove to me that you're ready to ditch this mundane housewife lifestyle and live a life of excitement and grandeur.
That's so generous of you, Vinny. Vincent, you're putting me in a very uncomfortable position. And what guarantee do I have that picking you won't be as bad or worse than my current situation? That's so generous of
You're
you.
just gonna have to trust me. Now go on already. Pick someone. I know you'll make the right choice.
Norman Jean?
So you know that whole thing that Eric told you about me a few minutes ago?
Of course I do. You mean the part where you said you've spent our entire marriage lying to me? Yes, somehow I found a way to remember that little detail. You better not be getting ready to say what I think you are. Rug, you're here at the best time.
Well, I want to come clean with you about that. I know I told you that he was lying, and that what he was saying made no sense whatsoever, but that's not entirely true.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So what's the truth?
The truth is this. We haven't been married for as long as I've told you. In fact, we aren't even technically married.
I mean, I could have guessed
I
that.
found you at a difficult time in my life. Right after the death of my wife, I put all my time and energy into saving her life, and I couldn't. She's the one I was referring to in my journal entries. After she died, I quit work and spent my days and nights at our beach house. The walks I took on the beach late at night were the only thing that really helped me get my head together. The only times I didn't feel despair.
It was his wife.
And one of those nights I found you. You were just lying there, unconscious.
What?
You had been badly pounded by the rocks and waves. But it also looked as though you'd been in an accident of some kind. It was obvious that you'd suffered a head wound.
Wait a minute. This is what you were talking about in that journal of yours, isn't it? I wish I read the journal. An accident? What the hell are you talking about? Are you serious? You found me on a beach?
When you first gained consciousness, you didn't know who I was or who you were. I had never seen a case of retrograde amnesia before. I didn't even think it was possible.
Well, you mentioned it wasn't possible. Why would he say this as his last words to try to survive?
The more I read up on the condition,
well,
the more I realized how traumatic it would be to tell you the truth. You had no memories of your past life, so I decided to fabricate a story. The jogging accident story. You bumped your head while out jogging.
Maybe because he's like, well, I know you don't believe me, so here's the truth. I don't know. Just what are you saying? That I'm not your wife? What you mean to say is that you lied to me.
I know it's hard to believe, but things just sort of snowballed from there. We had a son, a house, you had a loving husband with a successful career. We were a family living the American dream. Why spoil it? I've been keeping that secret for what seems like forever, but I'm glad it's out in the open now. If you don't want to be with me, I completely understand. But don't let this madman turn you into a monster.
It must have taken a lot to finally come clean about that, Norman Jean. Thanks, I guess. The only monster here is you. I usually collect shells on the beach, but to each their own. I don't know what to say, Norman Jean. Eric, you're next.
I'm not going to defend myself in front of that scumbag. But if you really think I should, here it goes. I never lied to you, not for a moment. And I don't need a gun pointed at my head to tell you that. Unlike someone else in this room, I didn't pay someone to kill you. And I would never place you in this kind of situation where you're forced to kill someone close to you. It's just sick. There's really nothing else to say. I love you. I always have.
Oh my god. Why am I pissed? I don't actually know what that word means. Oh, lordy. No. That was pathetic. Okay, no. That was interesting. I'm going to say that.
You have a chance here. No one has to die. We can all walk out of here, and the only one who's going to pay is a low-rent mafia middleman who started this whole situation anyway.
You've all made compelling cases. Succinct. Oh, okay. Short and sweet. I've made my decision, and I know what I'm going to do now. It's too bad I can't shoot all of you at once. I know what I'm going to do. Huh?
I guess this is as good a time as any to tell you. That gun isn't loaded.
Oh my god, but he's gonna have
That's
one.
unfortunate. She'd have been doing us all a favor.
Whoa, Mom. You almost blew away a mobster.
Almost is right. Vincent here was leading us on the whole time. You just wanted to watch us squirm, didn't you?
Yeah, imagine that. A stand-up guy like Vincent Corsetti deceiving someone.
This is crazy.
It was a test. I needed to see what she was capable of. And now that we've seen just what our friend, wife, and mother is capable of, let's hear what she has to say for herself.
Let's be honest with ourselves, Vinny. You're not the kind of guy that would give a loaded gun to anybody. I just figured I'd have a little harmless fun. He wasn't fooling anyone. I knew the gun wasn't loaded. Come on, Vinny. You think I can't tell the difference between a loaded and an unloaded gun? It was a test. You're not that kind of guy.
All right. You got me there. You don't get this far in life by doing idiotic things like that.
A man such as yourself probably had to do a lot of things to get where you are, but I wouldn't necessarily call any of them idiotic. What kinds of idiotic things have you done besides taking hostages, of course? That was a good bluff, though, Vin. You almost had me. So the only reason I'm going along with it is because I don't want to die, but I just hope that it doesn't lead me to Vinny.
It sounds like you still need some convincing, because it doesn't seem to me like you understand the severity of this situation. I don't think you realize what's going to happen to these losers if you don't make the right choice today. The gun wasn't loaded this time, but the next time it will be.
What do you mean by that?
I think she gets it just fine, Corsetti. You're a dangerous, hardened criminal with a soft spot for the one that got away. You're delusional, Corsetti. She wasn't the one that got away. I think it's safe to say you drove her away, the day you sent her car careening off that cliff.
You did not.
That's enough, Lawson. I'm warning you.
Did it really take you 20 years to make up your mind? It didn't take Mary nearly as long. She knows she doesn't want the likes of you destroying her life or corrupting her son.
You shut your goddamn trap. I've had enough of your stupid little remarks, Boy Scout.
Oh my god, please.
You think you're funny, do you? We'll see who's laughing when I walk out of here alive and they're picking pieces of your brain out of the basement wall.
Do whatever you want, Vincent, but don't make a mess on my nice rug. I just had it cleaned. Everyone calm down. Can't we just talk through this? You're serious. You're really going to kill them, aren't you? Can't we talk this through?
This seems like a good time for me to go to my room. Don't you think?
You little piece of crap. You little piece of crap. Yeah, go to your room. Well, actually, maybe he's not a little piece of crap. Maybe he's going to use his computer.
You are having an adult conversation after all.
If he is secretly having a plan...
No, you're staying right here. I want you to see this. Adversity builds character and all that jazz.
Oh my god. No. I was trying to give young Yale the benefit of the doubt, but whatever. Jinx.
Sometimes you do what you have to so that things turn out the way you want. It's all part of being an adult. You should ask your mother about that.
What? Oh, I get it. Eric's hinting that I should do what I have to in order to make sure the people that I care about don't get hurt. Okay, so he's trying to say that I should go with Vincent.
Hey, just what do the two of you think you're up to? I am not the kind of man you want to conspire against.
Vinny, you're so tense. Look at what all of this is doing to you. Vincent, honey, you really need to calm down. No one's conspiring against you, Vinny. I think the two of us need some alone time.
What? Where are you going with this?
I'm heading upstairs to my bedroom. I was hoping you'd follow me. It's funny you should say that, Vinny, because I'm going upstairs. Care to join me? I'll cut to the chase, Vincent. I've always liked powerful men, and you are the very definition of that. It turns me on. I'm saying that.
What did you just say?
And what do you want to do about that?
That's for me to know and you to find out. Why don't you just follow me and see?
I like the sound of that. Your son should be able to attend to those two while we're indisposed. Keep a close eye on the both of them, especially Eric. Right now, he's helpless in that chair. But
Why
don't
is he
hesitate to let him
trusting
have
young
it
Eel?
if he tries anything funny. Think you can handle that?
He's like, young Eel, you just look after them. Completely trusting him.
Well, yeah, that doesn't sound too hard.
This is ridiculous.
Mom, can I talk to you for a minute? Alone?
Fine, but make it quick. I have some important business to attend to. Listen, I know this looks bad, but I know what I'm doing.
You know, Mom, bad doesn't even begin to describe it. You're about to bang a mob boss with Dad tied up in the living room.
Idiot, young Eel? Shut your trap.
I may be a clueless teenager, but even I know something is really wrong with the situation. Promise me you won't do anything with that scumbag.
Yeah, you missed a lot. Here's what's going to happen. Listen closely, because I'm only going to tell you this once. Okay. Oh my God. I'm just going to go upstairs with Vinny and get him undressed so I can get his gun. The person I really want to be with is your father. I'm not really going upstairs with Vincent. The person I really want to be with is Eric. Of course I'm going to sleep with Vincent. He's a real man, not like your father. Besides, I have to test drive the merchandise before I buy it. But like, if I say I want to be with Eric, he's not going to help. Is this the final choice? Young Eel finally figured out something is wrong. My lint roller. No, that's a gun. Now, I'm definitely not going to say that about Vincent. But it's really between Norman Jean and Eric right now. This is the choice? Okay. If this is the choice, I'm choosing Eric. It's what my heart is telling me. Let's pick Eric.
Oh, okay. I guess with everything you found out about Dad, he's a smart choice. I mean, he seems normal.
Young Eel is so freaking casual about this right now. Absolutely so casual. There's an option to kill all. I don't want to do that. Not right now, at least. Well, at least not for my first playthrough. At least he's honest. At least he's not in the mob. He's honest and hardworking. That goes a long way for a girl like me. Sure.
Yeah. So, what are you going to do about Mr. Corsetti?
I love how Mr. Corsetti's just letting us talk about this.
He's gonna be pissed when he finds out you didn't pick him. Really pissed.
Don't worry about that. That's his problem. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to go upstairs with him, stall for a bit. Then at the last minute, I'll take his gun.
Okay. And why are you telling me this?
While I'm upstairs, you're going to untie Eric and your father.
Oh, I get it. This is what Eric meant when he was doing all of that getting what you want stuff, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah, Eric and I had a talk about things. This is what I want. Exactly. I'm going to head upstairs now. Just remember what I told you. Stick to the plan. And everything should turn out all right. Yeah, Granny.
So you're choosing Eric? Are you sure about that?
Yes, I'm sure.
All right. I sure hope you know what you're doing.
I really don't. I really, really don't. I should probably kill them all. Oh my god. Is it gonna show me taking his gun? Okay. Vinny's gun is just over there. Now would be the perfect time to grab it. Kill him.
Hey, what the hell do you think you're doing?
I think it's pretty obvious what I'm doing, Vincent. I'm taking control of the situation. Don't look at me like that. You forced me to do this. Do what I say, keep your mouth shut, and we won't have any problems.
All right, that's enough playing around. Give me the gun back. Now.
Ending the game naked, just like we started. She is leaning. No, high flop. I think I'll be keeping it for a while. I'm sorry, Vincent. I'm afraid I can't do that. You'll speak when I tell you to speak. Got that?
I don't know what you're up to, but stop it and give me my gun back.
That's just it. For the first time, I know what's good for me, and you're not it. Get off your butt and march down those stairs. We're gonna walk downstairs now and straighten things out. After you... You're in no position to tell me what to do. I have the gun, and thanks to you, I know how to use it. It's all starting to come back to me now. All those crimes together in our foolish, youthful days.
Hey, take it easy. Don't point that thing at me, Mary.
Mary. So he attempted to kill me. Foolish young woman. I'm just taking care of a little business, doing what I know has to be done. Dear Vincent, dear Vincent, I know exactly what I'm doing. You're in no position to talk, Vinny. Now get a move on. I haven't got all day. Foolish young woman. I know exactly what I'm doing. And I'm in my lingerie.
Yeah, what's the matter? Did Vincent get stage fright or something?
Not really. I didn't exactly give him the chance to perform. Just took what I wanted and left. No, but I did manage to snag his gun before I came back downstairs, just as I planned. I came back to help you both. Who do you think told young Yell to untie you? Sure.
Sounds awfully convenient.
It's true, Dad. It was all part of her plan to trick Mr. Corsetti into letting his guard down.
You should have told us what you were doing. I was going crazy down here thinking about what that Berman was doing to you.
If you still don't believe me, then tell me why I'm giving you the gun I stole from Vincent. Oh my gosh, take this. It's Vincent's gun. I don't think he'll be needing it anytime soon. I'm giving the gun to Norman Jean? Oh my god. Yes, Rug. Blue made some Deja Devora sketches today. She's all leg. I don't think he'll be needing it. I can't believe I'm giving it to Norman Jean.
It's good to see you finally came to your senses, although you had me worried for a while. Our friend Mr. Corsetti had a serious lapse in judgment, and now he's gonna pay for it.
Let's be honest. He wasn't thinking straight from the moment he got here. He's going to get what he deserves.
I don't know what you think you're doing, but it isn't gonna work.
It's going to work out perfectly. We're going to carry on with our lives, and you're going to pay for all the crimes you've committed, including what you did to Daniel Fox. It looks like it's working right now. It's simple, really. I've made my decision. I don't want to be with you. I'm going to say this.
You have no idea who you're dealing with.
I've heard that line too many times lately. It really doesn't faze me anymore. I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm helping put a ruthless criminal behind bars for the rest of his natural life. You're absolutely right, Vincent. Thank you, Rosa. I'm going to let someone who knows what they're doing take over. Eric? Sure.
This is certainly an interesting turn of events, don't you think, Vincent? After all these years of making sure all your tracks were covered, it was trying to grab a hold of your past that was your undoing.
I knew I never should have trusted that bitch.
Ah, come on. Turnabout is fair play. Now why don't you sit down while I call some colleagues over at the Bureau? I've heard they picked out a real nice place for you. to spend 2 consecutive life sentences.
My lawyers will have me out in no time. I've beaten worse raps than this. And as for you, we were all better off when we thought you were dead.
Who, me?
I said have a seat. The two of you probably have a lot to talk about. But you're free. Come over here and tie up Fairview's newest convicted felon.
Yes, come on, young eel.
I don't know. I'm not that good at tying knots.
Young eel is going to be traumatized for the rest of his life.
That's okay. Corsetti's not going to squirm out of this one.
Thank God that's over. Now we can finally get back to living our lives.
I was wondering, is there any room in the busy life of a fib agent for a wife and her teenage son? About that, now that the whole Vincent situation is taken care of, I was hoping to move on with my life. With you, Eric. Eric, I can't go back to my old life. The whole thing was a lie. Is it possible that you might still be interested in me? I'm going to say the middle one.
You want to run that by me again?
Huh?
What? Does she have to spell it out for you? She's saying that she'd rather be with you than go back to living with this whack job
do
doctor.
Not deny me.
What are you doing? We have a life together. So I told a little lie. Who did it really hurt?
A little
Look at our
lie?
lives together. Our house, our son, we're a family. You can't walk away from that. This is all your fault, Larson. If you hadn't been nosing around using my wife as a way to catch this crook, none of this would have ever happened.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, he has the gun. There's no one to blame but yourself, honey. He just allowed me to find out what a lying bastard you are. It's not his fault, Norman Jean. This is not God. I was trying to not turn on the AC, but I have to. Oh my god, please do not. It's not his fault, Norman Jean. He's never been anything but honest to me. As for you, our entire marriage was based on lies. What if he was the reason? What would you do about it? I'm just gonna do this one because it's not so evil.
That's enough out of you. I'm talking to him. You ruined my life. Do you know that?
All right, calm down. Drop the gun and don't come any further.
Oh my god, he has a gun too. He has a gun too. Oh my god. Norman Jean, please, listen to him. Norman Jean, what are you doing?
This comes out. I can't go back to a normal life. I'd have to shut down my practice, move to another town. Everything would change.
I mean it. Hold it right there.
And it's all your fault!
No!
When faced with tough decisions, one is often forced to make sacrifices.
Yes!
Some of us choose to sacrifice
Norman
stability.
Jean's gone! Yeah!
Some of us choose to forego excitement and lavish riches. While others choose to rekindle relationships from years past.
Oh my god, and
in
he
a
looks
hope
like Eric.
of recapturing the happiness that has eluded them for so long. For even though our choices may never be perfect.
Oh my god, we killed his dad! Dad, I don't know.
With time, effort, and the support of those closest to us, we somehow find a way to reach for the brass ring and find happiness nonetheless.
Oh my god. That was insane. That was so insane. I feel like that's a pretty good ending. I mean, I don't want Norman Jean. No, that game was amazing. Merry Christmas. Oh, oh, oh. I didn't want Norman Jean to necessarily die, but he also horribly lied to me throughout my whole life. Hashtag new family. But seriously, like the guy who killed his dad now is just living with them. It's still a mess, but I'm pretty happy with our decision. I really thought that Norman Jean was going to kill Eric and we were going to see Eric dead right there. The fact that it could go so many ways is so fun. How are we going to play Star Stable after this? He got what he deserved. Yes, Rug, the AC is on because I was sweating during that. That was so fun. An incredible game. And just the fact that you could choose, like, we gotta play again. I know. Young Eel is gonna hate them, but you know what? He was a horrible son. There, I said it. Or he's too dumb to care. No offense, Young Eel. So how long did that take us? That took us for today, for the last few episodes, about 4 hours. He's got plenty of tissues to cry into. Absolutely amazing plot. Absolutely amazing. That last scene really took so many turns that I did not expect. Game Spy Industries. Let's see if there's anything else at the end. There probably isn't, but this is not the time for best viewers. We already have. No, that's it. Special features? Replay episode, mini games, back to main menu. Okay, wait, replay episode. I want to see the other endings, but maybe a different time. I don't know. Was Young Yil even his biological son? Thanks for the stretch. I feel like it looks like it's Eric's son, and it really could be. In the journal, it says Deja was already pregnant when Norman found her. I mean, and he's blonde, so it's probably Eric's son. That would be crazy. Minigames, definitely cooking. I don't know what the other ones are. No, so Steve. Vincent went to jail, who took us away. So Eric, the guy in the trench coat, was our boyfriend. Vincent took us away and had me killed, but I survived. Norman Jean found me on the beach, unconscious, and then decided to, and his wife just died. So he decided to have me as his wife. Then Vincent made me choose which man I wanted to be with. And we had to trick Vincent and lead him upstairs to the bedroom, grab his gun, go back downstairs. We gave the gun to Norman Jean for some reason. And then Norman Jean almost shot Eric because I said that I wanted to live my life with my original flame. And luckily, Eric shot Norman Jean before he could shoot Eric. And then Norman Jean's dead, Vinny's arrested, and we're living our life with our original lover. Is that true? Does Eric change based on how you choose your son's appearance? That would be amazing. I know. The only thing is the Vincent and Eric time frame. It was the craziest ending on earth. It was such an amazing game. And for us to be able to say Norman Jean's gone, seeing him dead, singing those words, that was really, really awesome. Because even though he's not necessarily evil, I think he is. It's evil to lie to her like that and make her think that this is her life and say that she was in a jogging accident. Goodbye, Norman Jean. Norman Jean is evil. That was so freaking fun. And now it's time for Star Stable. Teehee. And I'm also going to go eat something. So we're going to miss Desperate Housewives forever. That was the best, better than we could ever expect. And I would love to play it again at some point, or at least play the ending episode again, I guess. But there's so many different things that you could do that I'd want to take different approaches. Maybe in a little bit once we miss it enough. But I don't want to see the other endings. It also might not be that different besides just a few things, but it's very interesting. 10 out of 10.